done it.
Hello again.
He's
We're back.
done it.
We're back. Game time. It's time. Break some world. So, let's see here. Let's just look in my notes here. Oh yeah, there's a big section in my notes here that I can just kind of delete now because you won, except you didn't.
No, we won.
Yeah,
For a
you
good
won,
value of
but
winning.
yes. So, who wants to recap last session, just to get us all up to speed on what mad?
It ended with us resting in training.
The game sucks and is too easy when all you roll is 5s and 6s.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that sums it up pretty good. And then even though we won, someone fucked it up anyway.
Yeah, even though we won, and we're
Actually, every time we won, someone has turned back time, and then even when that didn't happen, they do something else that
yeah, the
entirely
snake dude keeps
undesirable.
fucking it up.
Well,
I don't know what you're talking about.
You know what? At least this time it's not Blair that fucked up.
Yeah, but
Yeah, no.
I mean, to be fair, as far as I know, you just annihilate that sword
Yeah,
with
exactly.
that ritual.
but the actual recap is that you all fought against a certain, like, possessing rust sword that had got like Madoka style gotten stronger and stronger because Hilda kept turning back time, and every time it was worse. So let's see here. Where exactly did we end last session? Like, you won the fight, and then you did the where did you do the ritual?
It was like right where the sword had landed when Blair had
Oh yeah.
coolly disarmed the Joker
Yeah, so
in
you
the middle
had
of the pavilion that was collapsing all
yeah,
around
this
us.
is like half collapsed pavilion all around you. So there's this like dim light coming through tears in the cloth and everything, and yeah, Hilda doing a ritual, doing a dance, doing a chant. I don't know.
Yeah. Are there any possessed sword boys around?
No, you beat all of them up. So there's some like groaning and like twitching on the ground.
Yeah.
Because you didn't like being beaten doesn't necessarily mean you instantly die. So
But are there any that are moving around as if they're still clearly possessed?
They're not talking. Like they're making like sounds of like heavy breathing and like some involuntary groans of like pain.
No one's going ow ow fuck,
Yeah,
fuck,
exactly.
ow, ow.
Like nothing that seems to have like any actual sapience behind it. But without closer inspection, I mean, they might just be like badly concussed or something. It's difficult to tell.
I'm gonna go inspect them. I need
Uh,
to know if I have to kill my school or not.
No, you can ask Hilda to banish it with a geomancy thing, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you want to inspect one of the downed.
Yeah, I want to see if they're all still
mooks.
weird and possessed.
Mm-hmm.
Because if they're still weird and possessed, the death of the sword clearly wasn't enough.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Ah, yes.
Whereas if they're fine, then the sword is okay.
All right, so I suppose that's an overcome roll using mind.
Nice. Let's see if we are gonna continue the same arc as every other session, where we roll shit at the start and perfect at the end.
Okay, so a 9 on overcome means you are successful, but the GM might choose to introduce an additional complication trade-off or misfortune. Okay, let's see here. So yeah, you walk up to one of these down, like it's one of the like fly people who's like, groaning and like seems to be trying to get up, but their hand like keeps slipping on like some black blood question mark, and just like they can't actually get any grip, and they only seem to be able to move that one arm. So it's this kind of repetitive and pretty pathetic display. So you look them over. What does Indigo do, like specifically? Just we can visualize it.
I'm gonna poke them with a stick.
Okay.
I'm gonna poke them with a stick and roll them over so I can look at their face and see if they have the weird, like, "Ooh, I'm a possessed" face that they all seem to have before.
Well, I mean, it's a fly, so it mostly.
Yeah,
just
I've seen flies not possessed, and I've seen flies possessed.
Yeah, I mean, it's got faceted eyes.
Just because they all look the same to you, filthy human.
That's a fair point.
Racist GM.
Speciesist. I'll have you know.
Yeah, okay. That sounds like a racist to me. All right.
Let's see.
Let's just go.
Yeah, there's no like, there's no personality behind that face. Like the facial muscles are kind of twitching. Like the mandibles are kind of like doing like random things, but there's no organization to it all, and you can like clearly see the like shards of rust sticking out of like the throat and the shoulder, and like when you turn them over, like the arm kind of like keeps trying to get a grip, and they're not like thinking pretty clearly.
Yeah. Hilda,
Yeah.
can you do a ritual to cure the people that were possessed by the sword?
Well,
I must ask though, are they even alive at this point, or are they just being controlled?
Well, if we can make them be alive again.
Is that within your power, Hilda? To resurrect?
well.
I mean, you could just pull the soul back in the body, I guess. Like.
Oh yeah, I could always try a ritual to like remove the foreign element.
I'm just wondering if I have to blow off my own skull, or if the process
I mean,
is
it would be the
reversible.
ultimate act of separation.
He goes, yeah, but... And I'm going to pull out a big bag of money. Go,
But I
look
mean,
what
we
they
can give
give
it a
me.
try. I mean,
Look what they give me.
You have to pay that
What
tax.
form does the money take?
It's just resources or information that they can muster
Okay.
worth 1 wealth. So it's just a bunch of just random shit, I guess.
Yeah.
Just loads of random coins, some little like promissory notes.
Yeah. So just like hundreds of different denominations of currency.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Because they would make a lot of small business because they're like cooks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. So Hilda, you want to do a ritual? Is that what's going to happen?
yes, that's money. That's actually money.
Notice that I didn't say I'd give her any.
No, you didn't.
I just said that that's what my school gives me. So it's in her interest to cure them so I can keep getting more money to share.
All right. So, Geomancy. When you have
Yes.
time, which is a respite or rest.
Mhm.
Why don't we take the time to rest and train while Hilda does this?
Well.
I mean, we could drag one of the dudes to a place and just hang out in a place
Yeah,
that's safe and a proper rest place. Not just in the middle of this collapsing pavilion.
yeah.
Because you can all hear voices coming from outside, like a rumble of a lot of voices speaking hushed tones. And if you recall, right, the square was surrounded by onlookers when you went in.
Oh, well. Fuck 'em.
Mhm.
So,
It
but-
might take some time.
but
to
if you can do it during a respite, that means that it's just like 15 minutes or so, right?
Yeah. So
Okay.
exactly. So you can do it just a quick.
Shall we just pick a guy up, a random guy, and go somewhere safe?
You don't want to cure everyone?
So,
Yeah, I want to cure everyone, but we can't cure everyone by killing everybody first.
Well, that depends on technicality of like if you resurrect them, did you really kill them?
Yes, you did, because that's part of the technical requirements of resurrection. In fact,
Well, I mean, does it count? Really?
I'm just gonna stare blankly with my little sparkly eyes.
If it counts or not is like not even your concern. Like it's
Yeah.
it's the definition that matters. That's all that matters.
So technically, you could kill them and then resurrect them, which means that by killing them, you can then resurrect them.
Is
thus
that part? Is
saving
that
them.
part of the curing process?
That seems really complicated.
It seems
Well, I
like they
don't
should
know
be
yet.
able to remove a step of killing people here.
But then you lose the fun.
Good job, Blair. You have half of resurrecting people down.
Losing the fun?
A noble goal.
Yeah, like you had the killing them part down pretty well, but the second part of it is a lot harder, I suppose.
Alright, we should probably just not do it. It seems like a lot, so you can get new students,
Of course, I can get new students.
right?
My school has a list of applicants that are really long. I prefer it if my information network, I mean, my large faculty, weren't in the employ of an evil sword thing.
I mean, well, I mean, they might not survive decapitation.
I just think it'd be much easier, instead of having to track all of them down and kill all of them, if we could just cure them
With a ritual.
with their ritual.
Well, I mean, Helda needs to get to work. Chop chop.
Well, yes, but also, whatever.
So where did that sword go?
So, okay.
Hilda destroyed it.
Did she?
What?
Alright. If it's destroyed, shouldn't they all be freed from the rust then?
That's what I hoped, but apparently that's not how this works.
Apparently, the rest must have some deeper root. It might just be they're mindless.
Blair squints her eyes. Alright.
It seems the rust might have done more than just control them.
I doubt it. They weren't very smart. They weren't very good at combat.
I point to them. Do they look smart now?
No, they're dead, dummy.
I walk over to Blair and check her for rust.
She's covered in rust flakes.
Yeah.
Just anything stuck in you.
None obvious.
And
at
it's got
least.
like a scalp.
Alright, oh, okay. Oh, so it appears the idiocy is not the core symptom.
Yeah. Yeah, very rude.
Well, yeah, we can always try.
But we need somewhere safe and secure, no interruptions.
And we probably need the actual subjects too. Or at least one.
Hello, man.
Yeah, I'll run them up.
All right. So,
Where are we going?
yeah, what are you doing here?
How many students of Indigos do we have here?
None, obviously.
Yeah, no.
None?
I just want to know. Yeah, I just want to know if it's possible to cure them. So when we
Oh, so they're not your students?
no, these are just regular people.
Oh,
Yeah,
they're like
all right,
just
let's grab one then, so we can.
Yeah, just grab any old fly dude.
All right.
But I thought your dudes were possessed too. So we have to
Yeah,
find
they're
them
just not
somewhere?
here.
Okay. So we do have to track them down.
Yeah, it's
I
just
don't know
we
if
have to track them
he's-
down and kill them. What do we have to track them down and cure them?
All right, yeah.
We'll probably hear about dust, like rusty people attacking people as we go further on. It's fine.
All right.
Yes, agreed. It does sound like peace will be disturbed all over if we do not get on with this.
What?
That's like I don't know.
His eye
I'm
stars buttons.
suspicious about this whole sword thing.
Iron starts to vibrate. Peacekeeping intensifies.
Yeah.
Then I just grab like a fly dude and throw him over my shoulder and then start walking out. I guess.
All right.
Are we gonna go to the bulldog house again?
I suppose that would work. But
Let's
there
rest
seems
and
to be voices trying to fuck us over.
Yeah, there were people outside.
Yeah, so when you step out of the ruin pavilion, you see like the crowd around the square have all like started to move in, like slowly and tentatively, but you can see people like walking forward. You know, like the whole thing where you see someone where like their friends are like, come on, guys, that thing, right? So like,
Are they menacing us at a distance?
no, like it's more that people are like moving around because the work crews that were like walking around the square have kind of just stopped. They're just kind of standing here and there, not doing anything. You can see like someone walking up to one of them and just like kind of poking them and like pushing them, and then they like take a couple of stumbling steps and regain their balance, but not much more than that. So. When you step out, you can see eyes in the crowd turns towards the four of you. People don't approach, but they follow you. Like they look at you. So what are you gonna do?
Do they follow us physically or with their eyes?
Well, so far you're still in the square and they're just looking at you,
Right.
right? But they
Blair smiles and waves.
What kind of people are there? Only flies or different?
It's
dudes?
just every sort, every sort that can be found in Throne, which is a lot.
Yeah, but basically anything
Yeah.
you can imagine.
Is old Ibby here?
Possibly, yeah. It's a large crowd, so it's difficult to pick anyone specific out, but.
But he's big, right? He's a big red devil, old Ibby.
Are you gonna
Oh, yeah.
gather power to find him?
Wait, didn't you like kill him? Wait a second.
Yeah.
I thought that she didn't kill him. She just made him fall down. And he's like blurf.
Yeah,
I
maybe
think
that.
it was stated that we didn't know.
Oh yeah. And I mean, he was like knocked out at least, so he wouldn't be out here. Sorry, I got the name wrong. I thought.
Yeah, I was just wondering if he'd become a big
Oh yeah.
man. Or...
No.
I'm sad.
He's not out there.
I should find him again and kill him. This time for proper.
I thought red devils were notoriously hard to kill, but
Yeah,
Not
but
when I'm around.
But this one
Hard,
was
it's not
stupid.
impossible.
yeah.
This one was stupid, and it was two
What makes
against
you an
one.
expert, Hilda? You're a devil.
It was
You're
two
devil.
against one, though.
What? Yeah, I guess.
That's his problem.
Are you saying that because you were the master and you just... it's always 2 against 1 when you were next to someone.
No, it's because you strangled him.
Yeah.
He was about to kill Blair, and then you went, "No, foul fiend! I will protect the fair maiden." That's
And
how I remember it
I
going.
will regret that every day of my infant life.
Look, I'm very thankful to Iron Star for saving me.
Scribble
Blah.
down on a little note.
Oh, so you recognize that I did
I'll
save you?
And the fair maiden,
yeah.
clutching her hands to her chest, said, "Oh, thank you, kind sir."
A bunch of jokers.
This is uncharacteristic for Blair. Blair would never clutch her hands together unless it's to grab a sword.
Exactly. That's why we need to make the chronicle of your adventures much
Are you writing a book, Inigo?
better.
are,
just
you
making- Yeah.
are you really trying to turn this into a fair maiden?
Blair spits out blood.
she dies.
And a tooth.
Not even her tooth.
Yeah.
It's like
Someone
it's-
else's.
He goes, "It's easy. All you do is remove everything she does, except the cool bits."
No, you're just writing fantasy.
Yes.
Hey, look, if you're gonna use my name and my image in a book, I better get royalties.
There's no images. It's not a picture
Yeah,
book. It's
I
a
mean,
word
it's not
book
even
for
close to
well-learned
you,
people.
apparently.
Well, if it's anything close to me, then if it's based on me, it belongs to me.
Is this
Right.
a cautionary tale you're writing?
Somewhat. Flip all the way to the front. Any resemblance to real people, living or dead, is purely coincidental.
For future masters, do not walk the same path as I did. There are easier ways.
Yeah,
It's in the preface.
Yeah.
yeah.
This is a retelling of the horrible mistake I did when I chose this particular.
and it's yeah. Blair is an incredibly brave hero in my book.
In my book.
Was incredibly brave in real life. Oh, and
Yeah, but the hero
No,
part is like,
no. To be
Oh.
brave, you have to understand the situation
Danger.
and how dangerous it is.
So as you walk out, as you walk
Blair's
like
writing her own book
across the
called-
square and out, the
Are
crowd
we
doesn't
done?
even follow
We don't
you.
even pay
Yeah,
attention to this.
as we return to our base state of walking and bickering,
Yes.
Yeah.
we go from A to B. B is bickering.
Yeah.
I mean, but this is like this is us because we're so strong that nobody else even matters to us unless something happens.
So we
I
just
mean,
sit and bicker at each other.
Like everyone could have been armed, and we would just walk through. the
Yeah, it's
crowd
like yeah.
and-
Imagine if this mob of like 500 people had pitchforks and torches, and we'd be just like, yeah, well, this is my story about Blair. In this, she's well behaved.
Sure you will.
Blair writes her own story.
That's complete fiction. No one's gonna believe that.
It's like, no, I'm writing that the crowd are in awe of her brilliant radiance, and technically she does glow. Look at her.
The crowd
People
following
are
It's
you
something,
very dark
alright.
right now.
fills up the streets, like just packs behind you. Like they keep a respectful distance, but you're just like a walking traffic nightmare now, basically.
Yeah.
And
It's like,
there's a low
This
rumble
is
of conversation
unsettling.
that follows you. A more audible cry goes up, where you hear someone shouting, like, "Welshi, Welshi, Welshi," and one of the fly people like runs out of the crowd after you, like waving their hands. It's like, "Please stop, please! Where are you taking my Welshi?"
What?
Oh, the guy that I'm carrying.
oh yeah.
Oh, he's dead.
No,
I'm
sensitive
sorry.
there.
I'm sorry, fair lady. He's currently under the thrall of a dark power. He got himself into some serious trouble. You should probably work on your parenting technique.
He's
That
such a
could be
nice boy. He
husband.
would never.
Yes,
Well-
and he will be a nice boy again
That's
when
what they
we're
all
through with
say.
him.
We will cleanse this evil from it. Yeah, I mean him.
You hear voices go up through, like, in different places in the crowd. Like they're saying they can cure it. They're saying they can free them. And then like you hear raised voices. Please, my brother was taken. My husband. My sister. And like
Right.
you need to save them, please. And just like
Right.
the entire crowd basically like goes up and just like shouting and
I look at
waving.
him. Do you accept credit card or
And
cash?
they all crowd up on you and just like
Ka-ching!
Right,
Yeah,
guys, I
see?
got this. I'll calm them down. Blair
No, you don't say anything.
and says, "Right, look, people, everyone, calm down and be quiet, and I don't know, just shush. Look, we don't know if curing will work. We're testing it out, and if it
No.
doesn't work,
okay. So here's the thing.
Sorry.
Literally, no one hears a word you're saying. People are like
No one hears a
shouting.
word.
Because it's
And-
too yelling.
Yeah, and you're
Oh, thank
all
God.
just like being crowded up. So like you've got people all up in your personal space at this point. And like
Yeah,
grabbing at
that's
your
disturbing
clothes
my-
and
They're trespassing on me. I'm gonna arrest them all.
Heinstar, please tell him to quiet down. This is-
Yeah, I'm gonna wield all law here and tell them to stand back.
all right. So
Let's fuck it up, guys.
yeah.
This is where you earn the first experience point.
I'm gonna say before you roll.
Yeah.
Wield always when you give orders to an NPC. So I'm gonna say if you want to do it against this giant crowd, roll it broken.
Yeah. All right.
can I bolster you? Or is that an only combat thing?
It's only a combat.
Yeah, that's a
thing.
combat thing.
Yeah.
Kermat.
There we go.
Oh, he's done it.
Look at
Yeah.
that. Okay. So on an 11, yeah, they have to either do what you say, flee or attack you, and you are empowered against on your next roll against.
Well, actually, I have Burning Emblem now.
Okay.
If your authority holds sway over them, you can command them if you had rolled a 7+ with no roll required. Actually, I didn't even have to roll. And
Yeah,
my
but-
emblem.
But that would require that like your the organization that your Burning Emblem is associated to.
Yeah, I
would
suppose.
have
But
authority over them.
this can also count as a normal bend will roll. But I always have leverage, right?
Yeah, exactly. But like, did you define what organization you draw your authority from?
Yeah, it's the. I suppose like some kind of guild of angels that keep the peace.
Mm-hmm.
What did it call it? The Protectorate of Throne.
Oh yeah. So we'll need to talk about like who would like count as like you holding authority over them, because
Yeah, no, but yeah, that's just that's the first part of it. The
Oh, I know,
second
I
part
know.
of the skill, I don't need
yeah,
that.
I know.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
when you do roll and succeed,
Yeah.
you get the good plus.
Yeah.
The empower.
In any case, you did roll and you did succeed. So yeah, what do you say? Specifically.
Stand back. we will do what we can for this one. And, should we succeed, he will return unharmed.
All right.
And if anyone interferes,
Yeah.
you will be counted among the
All right. Yeah, and in the face of Iron Star's like resolve, I suppose, the crowd does indeed quiet down and they back away. Like they're still pretty close, but you know they give you like a couple of steps of space at least, and people look kind of worried and
Yeah.
like uncertain. Did we do something wrong? Kind of deal. Turning to each
All
other
right,
and whispering.
Let's give them a chance to redeem themselves.
I'm still perched on top of Iron Star's head.
Oh shit! Well, I don't even notice that. If you could, it would help if you provided us with a place where we can attempt to drive this evil out.
Sounds like Ben will then.
I'm just asking.
Yeah, and still.
Alright. What's Ben will then? Is that Heat also?
Yeah, that's also heat.
Okay.
So 9. So now, so to 9, they need some concrete assurance or proof of your leverage before they do anything. And your leverage in this case is your emblem. So I don't...
Yeah.
Like, I suppose you would need to show it?
Yeah, I'll show you.
Yeah. And so, in that case, you like someone from the back of the crowd, like goes... my house is over here, or something. And like just on that street, and you can see people like in the windows overlooking the street, like people looking out and like watching the street theater as it goes on. But yeah, so you're led into one of the buildings by just this like young woman, child really, like she's like maybe 12 or 13. And she's like, my house is here. Can you really save my sister?
As I
What's up
said,
with you?
we do not know yet, but I trust this one,
Mhm.
and I like put a large hand on tiny Hilda.
Yeah. And you're led into you're led up this really cramped like stairwell you're led into, and you're like she leads you up and like it's here and get into an apartment, and it's a surprisingly like to our eyes as players, it's a kind of like surprisingly modern apartment. It's really cramped and like it's like just the 2 rooms, and you can see there seems to be like 4 people living in here. But it's like it seems to have like running water and plumbing and stuff. And like one in like the one main room, there's like a flickering electric light in the ceiling. And so you're with the four of you and the person you're carrying and the like people in there already. It's just full. It's just cramped as all hell. And there's an older man, human, maybe in like his 70s, like Simonetto, who are these people? She's like, they say they can save. They say they can save Sis. What? Yeah, they say they can save her, and he like points at you. They're gonna save that guy, and then they're gonna save Sis. Peers up at the four of you. Really?
Can I say something like kind of privately to Hilda?
Yeah, sure.
It's like, I don't expect you to do this for free, but if you would take the time to save as many as you can, if you're successful, perhaps you could accept whatever they can give you in return, because I understand that these rituals do not come easy or without cost.
Well, I would. But at the same time, I'm not sure, I can't at the moment say what exactly I would need. So, you know, or how well it works.
Well, we don't know, as I've said to them as well, we don't know. But if it does work, then
The problem here is
we
it
could do a lot
seems to
of
be that they already made up their mind. They already have the expectation that this will work.
Well, I suppose we'll have to break some hearts then, or faces, whichever one that comes first.
Don't worry, Hilda, you can do it.
All right.
Yeah.
So is it ritual time?
How does those work? You just do whatever you want as long as the
No.
game is okay.
Yes.
The
So
thing is, how it works is that when I have time and material, which I have,
Mhm.
and I can perform a dark ritual. I describe what kind of ritual I'm performing, and I can do any sort of ritual within the realm of reason. But the way the GM reins it in is with the
I have a list.
added clause.
Yeah, I have a
There's
list of things that I
of-
can go. Just here's the limitations. Here's the things you need to
Yeah.
do for this to work.
And one of the last thing is you can't fully accomplish it, only a lesser, more unreliable version. So there's still some kind of power to rein it all in.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what do you say, GM? Is this within the realm of reason?
Oh,
Well,
yeah,
first
I
of all, I'm
mean-
gonna say what I'm gonna do, and I'm
Yeah.
gonna remove like the rust from this person.
Okay, so you're gonna try to cure this one person, and you're gonna like restore them.
Well, well, I could use it like I could say that I try to do it on like everyone with this one, like, but I don't think like how would I even know where to like.
That sounds like a little further away from the realm of reason.
Yeah.
So, like-
Sounds like one at a time and then building up to groups.
Yeah. So like first of all, I'm gonna cure this person. I'm gonna cure this person from like the rust's influence.
Since we're still learning the game, like I would say this. You could definitely say that you're gonna try to do it on everyone. Like basically, I have a sympathetic link here, right? Like I can like use this and
Yeah.
cure everyone. But I'm pretty sure that the first thing that would happen is I would say you can't do it. You can only do it on this one, the lesser version.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
So like
Yeah, you would say
And there's
we can
money.
do it on all of them because they're all part of a hive mind, and then you go, you can't fully accomplish it, only a lesser, more unreliable version.
yeah.
Such as on one guy at a time.
Yeah, and so a point with that is like since I always have that option, feel free to go big because I can always say no.
Yeah.
You need to rein in your expectations a bit, so that's fine.
Yeah.
If you want to like.
Okay. Yeah.
Cure everybody.
Yeah. Well, I can say like that. That's what I'm trying to do
Yeah.
with setting this up.
Mm-hmm. So what does the ritual look like?
Oh yeah, this is always fun.
Are we respiting or resting?
It would be a respite. Like if you wanna arrange with these people for them to house you for a longer time, you could, but that's not like automatic.
During this whole ritual, Blair's gonna go somewhere else.
All right. So we'll check up on Blair when we've done the ritual then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Heart and Star, tell them we need this place for a couple of hours, and I need to karate chop all their sofas.
Wait, what?
Okay, scratch the last bit.
Yeah, that was the one the question mark erupted from.
Look, you could fluff their pillows by karate chopping them.
Exactly. It's important to train hard whenever you can.
Well, I mean, it's established already that Iron Stars, no, sorry, Indigos, looking up the names here, that Indigos karate chops literally cut like swords, so probably not so fluffy.
There's feathers everywhere afterwards.
Yeah, that's fluffy.
For a
We should use
certain...
this opportunity while Hill does a thing to be in another room and make lots of noise and distract her.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I mean, do you want me to ask them if we can rest in their home?
Yeah!
Are you okay with that, GM?
yeah,
Yeah, all right. I'll ask them. What's the worst that can happen?
I mean,
So
the GM
the-
can go, fuck you.
Yeah, I guess.
The ritual is like mostly like it closely mirrors the kind of ritual I did with the sword,
okay.
but like there's this time there's about like a couple of candles.
Well, I mean, the first issue you
And-
have is that there's really no clear floor space, and there's a bunch of furniture in the way.
It's furniture in the way.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a very cramped space. Like the room is full. Like there's a sofa and there's a table and there's some shelves and stuff.
Yeah, time to pile this shit up. Blair,
Yeah,
come on.
There's an old
Good
lady.
job.
There's an old lady in a rocking chair.
Come on,
Blair's not
Blair.
there.
Well,
Yeah,
you
move
can
her
probably
to-
stay there.
What, you've left already? You don't even want to rest and train?
I mean, I'm gonna rest and train somewhere else.
So like
I guess- Come
First
on,
of
lawman,
all-
let's
Okay,
help move this
okay.
sofa.
yeah.
We need to speak one at a time here.
Yeah. So Hilda's gonna say like you need to clear up enough space for at least this person to lie like spread out.
Mhm.
And then I need space for like the circle.
Mhm.
And then explaining like I need and then like sort of like saying like the need to draw a circle around it, which I then like do when the space is cleared, right?
Yeah. And the inhabitants, like there's the old man and the woman in the rocking chair, and there's a couple of like a pair, like a middle-aged man and a woman. They're all like wearing pretty cheap, simple clothes, and they don't help you. They kind of like walk out over into the other room and look at you like fearfully, just
Yeah.
getting out of the way. Like like a couple of them lift up the rocking chair and move that, but you'll have to like start moving stuff on your own unless Iron Star and Indigo help you out.
Yeah.
No, we definitely help out.
Yep,
Okay,
come on,
yeah.
start. Let's pile this all up.
Yes.
So you all like clear the room. And you.
Lift like the rocking chair and the old woman at
Yeah.
the same time.
Oh yeah, I mean definitely.
Have you ever played Buckaroo?
So yeah, you clear out the
Yeah.
room, and Hilda, you start to you draw the circle, and you have the
I draw the circle. I place a couple of candles around it. I place the book down in front of it,
Mhm.
front of the whole thing, and then like open it, and then like doing like a drawing. So kind of how you flip a page, but like more lavishly, and like
Yeah.
all the pages start to flip, never ending. So like it just looks like you're continuously flipping the pages.
Yeah.
Like kind of go, and from it like there's like the red, like red threads
Yeah.
that go like out from like the both in the air and then in the floor, like snake their way towards the person,
Mhm.
and the circle starts to like go like smoky,
Mhm.
as well as the candles, and the red threads start to like going through the body, like going up, and then like you see him clearly going through like at parts, trying to like they're basically like, what do you say, it's like killing in parentheses the rust shards,
Mhm.
culminating in basically like it looks like it's completely perforated by the
Yeah.
red thread.
Okay. Cool.
And then like they all with like like it keeps doing that a bit until like Hilda closes the book and the circle going out
Mhm.
in like almost like a smoke bomb.
Ah.
And when like the smoke settles, there's like no red threads.
Rad. Okay, so yeah, like obviously you can only accomplish a lesser, more unreliable version. It's
Mhm.
only going to cure this one guy. Let's see here. You're also going to risk danger from all of the remaining possessed people, because they can sense like a part of the hive mind dying, basically.
Mm.
And they'll be able to recognize you on sight as the one who did that.
Mhm.
It's also, let's see here. It's going to use up the materials you have.
Yeah.
So before you can
will.
do another ritual, you'll need to acquire new materials.
Hmm?
You're out of candles and chalk, I guess. But other than that, it works. So
Yeah.
the rust shards in the guy's throat like pulverize and fall away, and his breathing his actually breathing actually becomes more ragged. Like it goes from a like a mechanical metronome pace to like someone in pain and like
Yeah.
Someone had the shit beat out of them.
yeah,
Violence.
exactly. And as the ritual goes on, also like they're writhing and just like arms and legs going everywhere, like banging on the floor, you know, arcing up on heels and shoulders, that the whole like deal. But yeah, once you're done, Flyman collapses on the ground, taking haggard breaths. Doesn't seem to like awaken, but I mean, to be expected. The gathered like inhabitants of the little apartment are all like peering through the door frame, like with just horrified looks on their faces. Except in the
No
background,
shit.
you can see the rocking chair like going back and forth, and like a wizened old hand kind of waving and saying, "What's happening over there?"
Would you like a sweetie?
Like, drag me over, I want to look.
Where is my grandson?
Basically that.
Is he dancing again?
Yeah. So yeah. So Blair, you snuck off during all of this commotion.
Yep.
So
Oh no.
where did you go?
Blair went to the Dusty house.
What?
The house that we were in, which was super
Okay.
dusty.
Well, I mean, first of all, you stepped out of the door and walked right into the crowd again, where they're all like waiting outside and just like arms reaching towards you, people all like talking over each other, asking what's happening, and like, are you gonna save them? And please save my child! And you know, like you're all grabbing at your clothes.
I just say hey, look everyone, calm down. I have no clue. I don't know magic. I just am the greatest swordsman alive. So
No one hears you. Like they're all talking.
okay,
over
I'm
you.
just gonna like jump over them, so like sort of run across all of their heads.
All right.
To avoid
Overcome with reflex, I suppose.
grab. Overcome with
Reflex?
Reflex. Normal roll. Reflex. Modifier 1.
This is one you don't want to say.
So yeah, you like leap up onto their shoulders and you run like over the crowd. People, you know, like shielding their face as you do, and like shouts going up as you run. You reach the end of the street. In the corner of your eye, like in the crowd that you're rushing like over the shouts of "Ow, my eye!" and all that. You see a flash of a blue cloak, and you hear shouts going up. She's escaping. She knows how to save.
Oh, no.
She knows how to save them, and she's running away. Get her!
Get her!
Right, is this a Justice League again?
These fools. Hey, I had a friend who was part of these people. These people should at least know me and like me to a degree.
No, they don't like to do
No,
that.
they don't like you because you betrayed him.
I didn't betray him. It's not
Yeah,
my
you did.
job.
You didn't help him.
It wasn't my job.
So yeah, people in the crowd start grabbing for your like feet as you run past. You reach like as the crowd is starting to thin at the edge of the street. Like you leap down onto the ground again, and you can see like people, especially the ones that look like, you know, the ones that are younger and more brash, like just like running after you, and there's this like big crowd of people just following you. Waving their arms and pointing and like get her!
I'm going to try to disappear down a bunch of alleyways to see if that shakes them off.
All right. I suppose overcome with mind. Quick thinking.
Should I just say I'm faster than them?
So you rush off into an alleyway, and the people follow you, and you take twisting turns left and right, and you find yourself in a dead end.
But fortunately, there is, well, it may be a dead end. There is conveniently someone has left a rope going down from a window, which obviously someone had escaped from there and forgot to take the rope with them.
All right. So yeah, you can hear like the voices bouncing wall to wall, people coming down, like getting closer and closer. And at this point, the voices are like angry. These people have like bloodshed on their mind at this point.
If I killed them, it wouldn't be my fault.
But there's a rope.
Go up it.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, you
The problem is the GM has full power what it leads to.
Yeah.
So yeah, you climb up the rope, and the people like the crowd like dash around the corner, and they all point up at you like, "There, she's climbing, she's escaping!" And they all rush forward, and you can like, as you reach the top, at the bottom, someone grabs the rope and starts climbing up.
I cut the rope.
All right.
As soon as I get to the top, I cut the rope
Yeah,
with
and
one of my swords.
you cut the rope, and the woman who was like climbing up after you like crashes down into the rest of the crowd, bowling like
oh no,
four of them over
Sally!
at the
You killed her, you bastard!
same time.
I say, "Yous are not my issue." Ah.
This sounds like a you problem, Ed.
She does say that. It sounds like more like a you problem.
Yeah. So you you're up the rope. You're on like a balcony, looking down at the crowd beneath. And there's no door. Like there's just a window leading in. Like the balcony itself is leading off the side of the window and side of the wall, and like it looks like it used to like lead like all the way around the building, but it's like crumbled with age. So like wherever it would lead, where the actual door would be, it's just like off, like maybe around the corner or something.
Mhm.
And this is one of those alleys where like the building on the other side is like you could probably like lean over and touch it. Like both of the buildings are kind of leaning in. Looking inside the window, it's dark inside.
Right, I'm gonna try from the balcony to jump up onto the roof. If that's
The roof
possible.
is like several floors above you, but you could try to climb up the wall.
Yeah, I'll try to climb up the wall
Mm-hmm.
and make my way up.
Yeah, overcome with reflex.
Alright, let's hope I get an actual good roll this time.
Or wait, actually, would reflex or body, like athleticism or like acrobatics? Like it's like climbing would be acrobatics, I suppose, but that's kind of vague.
I mean, if it's climbing without any footholds, then I guess it would be acrobatics. But if
Yeah.
it's with footholds, it would be body.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think it would matter though, because you don't have a +4 in body, so it would be a 7 or
Yeah.
a 9 anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah. So
I'm gonna train elsewhere, she said.
I just
Yeah,
want
this is
to
this
go.
is this
to
is
the
training.
Yeah, she's training marathon right now.
Yeah, this is training. Just ask Indigo. All things are a lesson to the unwise.
Yeah, for the unwise.
Yeah. So yeah, you clamber up the side of the building. Like it takes a while and it's exhausting because there's no good like. There's a lot of things to grab onto, but a lot of them just like
Yeah.
crumble as you do. Like building materials, like there's various like lamps and ropes strung up to like hang laundry and all that stuff, and it's all like old and worn. But finally, yeah, you get up onto the roof, and as you're standing there, like you can feel the like roof shingles kind of like shifting under your feet, and you look out up like around you, and you can kind of see the like landscape of roofs of this region of Ashtown, like kind of spreading out before you. So, what are you gonna do? You seem to have lost
just
your pursuers
gonna-
for now.
Make my way to the Dusty house.
Okay.
Just sort of,
So like double back basically, and
yeah, double back, running across rooftops,
Mhm.
and just jumping over all of those so I can get to.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it takes a while. Like it takes a good like hour or something to find your way back. Because obviously, like
Yeah.
up here on the roofs, it's difficult to like orient. But you do manage to find your way back, and the building itself seems to be mostly abandoned. Like there's no one at the door. At least you can still see like remnants of the crowd, kind of shuffling around in the square, and there's still like some people crowding around the groups of like zombified workers or rustified workers, I guess, and just kind of like poking them with sticks or whatever. There's like a small group of children who are all like taking turns throwing a ball at the head of one of them. But yeah, so you go inside the old building and you walk down the stairs, and it's
Yep.
as abandoned as it was. Mm-hmm.
Right. Okay. So, what constitutes resting exactly? Is it just like not doing anything or training? What constitutes like resting / training?
The
Yeah,
training.
you can rest and train at the same
Yeah.
time.
You need downtime. Okay, to rest. When you have hours or days, and a place that's relatively safe and quiet to gather your strength and recuperate. So yeah, and this would apply. Like it's not the nicest place because it's all like covered in dust and kind of shabby. But you could rest and train.
Cleaning this place count as resting?
No, but maybe
No.
it counts as training.
But can it count as training?
Can it count as training and resting?
I like.
If you think
No.
back to what Master Indigo has said about cooking being like a martial art,
Yeah.
and he has told you of an old cereal called the Karate Child.
I mean, even though I don't like listening to Master Indigo,
He's
I-
done post-hypnotic suggestion while you're asleep.
yeah, I recall upon all this stupid stuff he said about cleaning, cooking's like a martial art, so cleaning must be like a martial art. You move your arms and stuff.
That's
have
a
a good
requirement for a thing to be a
knowledge.
martial artist. You need to move your eyes, move your arms and stuff.
Then,
And he kept trying to
Form-
say something about wax on, wax
yeah,
off,
form 942.
wax on, wax off.
It's
What
the
the other
dragonfly
forms like?
stance, where it's like the horse stance, but you also move your arms in big circles, mimicking how the arc of a dragonfly's wings.
Yeah.
And if you do that while holding a sponge, you're cleaning.
Yeah. So essentially, what I'm doing is I pick up two. I kind of tear off like bits of my clothes because it's pretty much ragged already. I might as well use it for something, or bits of like old furniture,
Yeah.
and sort of using techniques that I know, kind of slashing downwards, but with my hand covered in a rag.
You're trying to
wipe off
sword cut the dust away.
Yes, but with rags.
Okay, fair enough. Sure thing.
Fucking got
You
him.
can rest and train.
Yes. While cleaning
Does
is
that mean that the rest of us also rest and train?
Well, you would still need to arrange somewhere to rest.
Well, I mean, it is a party-wide thing.
No,
It is.
Don't say
Everyone
anywhere
recovers.
there.
everyone who's resting.
Everyone who's resting. Tell him, ISR. Tell him to fuck off.
Yeah, I mean, if this is gonna take an hour anyway and do this, then we might as well rest.
Well, it didn't take an hour. And again, like you can't rest like crowded into a room with all of those people with Hilda taking up the entire other room.
Yeah,
Like,
tell
that's-
those jokers to get out, and we'll go in the. Well, I'll go in the kitchen. And I'll hang out there, and that's where I'm gonna train.
I mean, I'll speak with Hilda first.
Okay.
How did it go? Is this what is it? Was it a success?
It seems to have worked. This one seems to be off control. I can't say the same for the rest.
How are your supplies holding up?
Holding the sack upside down, completely dry.
I see. So even if you wanted to, you would not be able to help their sister.
Yes, I would need more material.
Then perhaps we can ask them for some. Then we are helping them after all, if you would lend your aid. And perhaps some monetary gain for you as well. I understand that you were interested in that.
Perhaps some monetary gain.
Well,
Excuse
for
me.
sure, then, nice guess.
That sounds better.
Yes. Would you draw the contract while I speak to them and see if the proposition is accepted?
I'm going to offer to teach them as I train in cooking, and that is how I will be training by cooking a thing.
Maybe you can offer them some food while, like, if we can stay and rest here, I will offer you a meal.
Yeah, using your shit. Obviously, I'm not going to provide any shit. I'll just turn it into good stuff.
Yeah. I'll go speak. Who is the leader here? Like, in this.
Who is the leader of this household? Which of
Yeah.
you is the strongest general?
Yeah,
I mean,
basically.
yes, you look at it, like, who's the leader? And they all look at each other, and they're all very hesitant, and the old man is like, points to his own face. Me?
Yeah.
Uh,
I slay him where he stands, and then I'll take it.
You are my clan now.
This is my house now.
Yeah. No.
Now we rest.
if you were playing the Fury rather than the law.
That's
No,
when you
no.
show a man your scars. Like, you want to know I got these scars?
Yeah.
Killing a dad.
No, I'll just I do the appropriate like courtesy procedures, and it's like, please, if we could stay a bit longer, and we will do what we can to help the others as well. However, our resources has run dry, and any help you can offer is appreciated.
I would need to swallow hearts.
They all like
Two swan hearts?
Swallow hearts.
Oh, swallow hearts. Oh, well, in that case, so easy.
Yeah, that's easy to get.
And ferret skulls.
That's easy. Every ferret has a skull.
Yeah, you see, ferret skulls grows on trees, I suppose. They're everywhere.
And where is Blair?
She's training.
God damn it.
Your mind link, you can sense it.
she's training. Cut to Blair, just like swearing over a patch of dust.
Yeah.
Why won't it go away?
Yeah.
Because the pillow you're using to clean it is even dustier.
Yeah, exactly, right? Okay, so the family all look at each other and it's like, this is our home and it's already very cramped. Then like they all look around, there's basically no place to like sit down because all of the furniture has been
piled
stacked
up,
up in a pile and
Yeah.
they're all like just like in the back half of the room, just standing. And it's like,
Is half a day's inconvenience not worth your sister's life?
It was my son.
so yeah, the young girl is all like,
Whatever.
yeah, Grandpa, we should help these people. And he's like, shush you.
Wait a minute. Hold up.
I got what I wanted. Fuck off.
Is this guy saying that because we did the thing before he paid us, he doesn't have to pay us?
Well, I mean, they don't know this guy at all. Like, this guy...
They don't know this guy at all?
No!
Who the fuck is this guy?
Some random guy!
Oh, yeah, no, yeah, okay. I was confused for a second. I was like, wait, the guy who said he's in charge is some random dude? No, the guy we've resurrected here is unrelated to
Yeah,
these
yeah.
I was about to say.
Yeah, they don't care about him, but I mean, they
Yeah.
want us to save their sister also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we're out of the stuff needed to save people, and thus we cannot save your guy unless you come and do the thing.
Alright, so in that case, roll Ben will, I suppose. You have leverage. So.
Yeah. There is the other one, though. Gather power to gain support, safety, or supplies.
True, that's true. But you're not in a
But
crowded
it-
place at this point, you're in a
Yeah.
room. Like, I mean, it's
You're
technically
good.
crowded, but it's...
Yeah.
Like, you're dealing
Yeah,
with a...
crowd is one of the... When in a populous location, you wish to seek aid.
Yeah, but a house isn't a populous location.
There's tons of people everywhere. And I mean...
No, but the point...
You have to
here-
go outside and do it.
Yeah, like, the point there is you're dealing with a specific person.
Yeah, like you're going out and gather power is you're going out and asking around.
Alright, I'll go outside then, because what I want is the supplies for Hilda and possibly payment for her services.
Possibly.
Well, okay,
No, Hilda needs to write up a contract that
Yeah.
should be very generous to them, not to you, Hilda.
What?
You should make minimal profit here.
No, this is not a contract. This is a transaction. Upfront.
but,
Gimme.
are they amicable to this, actually? Because it says that you can get bonuses based on how they feel about it.
Well,
Okay, so
the
I'm
thing
very
is,
confused. Wait a second here. Okay, so there's several things going here. First of all, you were asking these people for them to allow you to stay here. That was
Well,
one.
I mean, if they don't want us there, then fuck them. Then I can just go outside and ask someone else.
I mean, deciding whether they want you there is what the role's for.
Yeah.
Like, we don't know if they want you there because you haven't tried to ask them yet because we haven't played
Yeah.
the role.
Yeah, but I mean, I want supplies as well, so I might as well just.
I mean, here's an idea. You could ask them.
If we
To
can
go out
stay
and
here
get the
and then go ask. Yeah.
Yeah, they
But why have two heat rolls when you can have one and gain both supplies and?
Because if they go out, that means you can train and stuff while they're
Okay,
away
so
out.
here's the thing though. In fiction, you've already asked these people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make the roll,
Alright.
because you're already doing that.
Yeah, okay.
Okay,
Yeah,
yes.
10.
And they nod and then say, "Yes, of course, we'll allow you to stay here if you say that you can save my granddaughter." And they all leave, and they just all go over to the neighbor and browbeat them into allowing them to stay there for a bit.
And they raise houses until the last people come over here and hey, can we stay here?
Basically. But no. So you're left with an apartment. All right.
And then I go outside, I suppose, then and be like, "Hear me, people! I need ferret skulls to save your families. Bring all the ferret skulls you can.
And swallow hearts.
Yeah, and swallow hearts. Massacre the entire swallow population for your kin."
Okay. So
We're doing a bulk deal.
And then he's like, it was only a joke. I didn't need that stuff.
for every if you bring us 5 people to heal at once, it'll only cost you 2 wealth.
Haha, that was a joke. I only need a hair of them, not the entire life.
So roll together power.
Alright. And are they positive to this, or are they nah, I don't want?
It's if you have a good reputation in the area, yeah, and you would, because these people all believe that you can save their family members and shit. So
We can show them the guy we cured, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you can do that also. Yeah, so it should take up as 1.
I'll lift up. Oh, here's the thing. The guy. It's fine.
Fucking the Lion King.
Oh my god.
It's just a dude twitching and freaking out because he's dying.
So they will offer support, safety supplies, etc.
Yeah. So there's a woman who steps out of the crowd. She's pretty finely dressed, and she gives a curt bow, and she says that we have the honor of being Shamash Anduli, merchant of various sundries, and I might be able to provide you with these items that you need.
The ferret skulls.
She nods.
Swallow hearts.
How various are your sundries?
Yeah.
Good.
I don't need various. I need very specific. That's what she said.
Good woman?
Yeah.
And she smiles, and she's quite varied.
All right. I'll lean in through the doorway and call Hilda over.
Yeah.
I found someone who can provide you with the supplies. Perhaps you can outline exactly what you need with her.
Yeah.
Does she have a bigger, better space to do this in?
Yeah, I get everything. I get information, support, safety, and supplies out of this. It does say it will cost money.
Yeah,
yes, though not necessarily without.
Dribble down a bit.
Exactly. Yeah. And I mean the crowd's all looking on as this goes on, right?
Yeah. But if you accept cash for helping people, then you will probably go, maybe even earn something for helping these guys, right?
I'm sorry, I did. What?
If Hilda helps the people and has to pay for supplies,
yeah,
then she can accept payment from the people who want help, so that she can make a profit.
Even if it's just over every 100 people she cures, she gets 1 wealth of bits saved over, skimming off the top or some shit.
All right. So yeah, if you wait, just look at the thing here.
You should ask them for some put in some extra material that's not technically needed for the
Yeah, that's why I asked about how varied her sundries are. Does she have any rare and dangerous materials?
And so the It's just like an alchemical material thing. Materials needed by sorcerers, craftsmen, and devil binders. So yeah, you describe to her what you need, and she quotes you a price, which is which would be 4 wealth.
4 wealth, Jesus. I don't know, 4 wealth.
Equivalent of like she she says like for the price of like 2 dragon gilder or equivalent.
Yeah, but, I mean, we're not gonna pay it. The people will pay for the people. I mean, we have a pretty strong case. Like, if you want your guys cured, then why should we pay for that? We're also doing the job.
Who are you saying that to?
No, I'm saying that to Hilda.
Okay.
You should.
Well, that's
you
good
should.
because I don't have any wealth to pay with.
You
I'll
should.
tell you that much.
You should yell that at the people. You should say, "Here, that is the price."
Yeah, all right. I'll do that. There's a lot of heat rolls being made here.
Luckily, you're hot, so.
Yeah, actually, I'm really cold.
Yeah. That's
Freezing.
angels for you.
Yeah, he's cold hot.
So is this just a +2? Not, I don't get the bonus.
What are you doing? Like, what are you?
I say it to them straight. Like, yeah, we need more reagents, and unfortunately, we do not have the funds to cure everyone. But if we all put our resources together, then we can save as many as
You
possible.
gotta put them to limbs, this old woman's like merchant guild. Take everything.
All right. Yeah. Okay, so roll to overcome with heat, I suppose.
All right. 8.
8. So yeah, like as you shout that out, you can see people in the crowd looking at the merchant, and they don't seem very happy. You can hear people like mumbling, like.
I think we signed someone's death sentence.
Taking money from
Yeah.
saving our loved ones.
Lady Shamash, perhaps 50% discount would be in order.
she looks around and like face going paler, and she's like, yes, of course. I suppose that would be in order.
I say that to the crowd and go, oh, she has graciously offered a discount.
Yeah, and
Cutting her own throat so you don't have to.
If only it was free. But what can you do?
Oh no, you're going to kill this old merchant.
yeah, and with a lot of grumbling and like you can see that people are still like looking angrily at this merchant, and she's like, there's a couple of like rough looking people who seem to be like toughs in her employ that's casually surrounding her, because she was standing in the crowd, right? And they're looking around and they're looking very nervous.
This wasn't the thing.
Yeah, like they were not paid to fight half the city.
I just wanted to come in and be cool so everyone would know about my business. I was the people who helped save everyone, and now I'm the sucking merchant.
Yeah, and you can see like through gritted teeth, she's like, yes, of course, I will gracefully take some of the financial loss if it's what's necessary to save all of your loved ones. Then I would gladly. And she glares at Hilda and Iron Star.
Master Indigo escapes scot-free again.
Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta have like a local merchant guild on our hands too.
Yeah, but what are they gonna do? Pay someone really strong to beat us up? That'd be
Yeah,
ridiculous.
what's the chance for that happening? That must be 0 or less.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're provided with the materials sooner or later. People in the crowd pay up.
I wanna talk to the lady also. The merchant when she
Yeah,
delivers the shit, I guess.
yeah. And she says it'll take like a few hours. Because she's not carrying like ferret skulls on her person.
Yeah, and it's like not just one reagent, it's
Yeah,
like
exactly.
several times over for
Like
everyone.
a crate of random crap.
It's just a crate of
So do we get to
Skull, not its
train?
size.
And rest?
Yes. You do.
Finally.
Finally.
Is anyone actually damaged of us? Like,
Just,
don't
I think
know.
it's just Blair, right?
oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Just Blair is nearly dead again.
Why is it always just Blair that's...
Did I sustain much
you know what?
damage during that fight?
I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you why it's only Blair.
I don't know.
Okay. So, who wants to make the recovery roll?
I suppose it's Blair.
Okay. How many wounds do you want to
Yeah.
try to recover?
I don't know how damaged did I get during that fight.
You had 1 life
Yeah,
left,
yeah,
which is
yeah.
why
You had
I...
one because you nearly died.
I will, I guess, try to recover 2 wounds.
2 wounds. Okay. So roll
2 minutes.
with a -2.
So it's rolling body -2.
Mm-hmm.
Was that a clumsy roll? I can't remember.
Yeah, just clumsy. Just 2d6. So a 7.
Minus
-2, so that's a 5. Okay, so on a 7 to 9, choose one. Oh, on a miss, yeah, choose one. Your enemies gain something significant from your rest, ground, time, resources, allies, or you lose something significant from your rest, ground, time, items of power, resources, allies.
I guess the enemy gains something. I guess
Wait,
time.
You lose your sanity.
Oh, you don't get to pick that. You only get to
Yeah.
say
Oh.
that they gain something. Okay, okay. Let's see.
Well, Gabbo gained something.
Well, we got one who is like hasn't been talked about for like 2 episodes.
No, we spoke about her. We spoke about her with that other lady who disappeared.
Yeah. Where did she go anyway?
I have no idea
Anyway,
what
she'll be back. She'll be back or she won't, and either way doesn't make much difference to me.
Same it. We're so invested.
We'll sort that out when we sort that out. We still need to go to the thing and have Iron Star in a kangaroo court where they say he's guilty and kill him.
That's not... I mean, if they say I'm guilty, then the killing will probably be in the other direction. Slightly.
Hmm.
Can't you just become 79 Iron Star?
Well, I would have to wait like 100 years or more.
Can't
Okay.
we just fake your death?
So then it's training. So for training, everyone spends experience and then gets one.
Which experience are we spending this time?
Yeah. And we get one of these red things, right?
Oh.
Yep.
No.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we get one of them. We get one of
Oh
them.
yeah,
we get
you're right.
we lose our level +3 in
Mhm.
XP. So 6, which takes us down to 6, and then +1, which takes us back up to 7,
Yeah.
and then we're level 4.
Mhm.
And I can now parry a house.
Yeah.
Sounds good. I'm gonna get branding words.
And now, if we train again, we can level up again.
Yep. So now, with branding words, I can actually get them to do what I want before they attack me.
Yeah, it's a good one.
At least I won't get 100% shafted every time.
What should I take? Should I take Bend Fate or Vengeful Star? Hmm.
And Vengeful Star is real good.
Bend Fate also allows me to make.
I mean, since you're always at 1 wound, maybe Martyr?
Maybe. But like, I want to do a bit more damage at the moment.
That's what Martyr does. You deal 1 more damage and gain those
Yeah.
unstoppable when you have 1 wound remaining.
Yeah, I'll take Mara then, because that means I can.
Vengeful Star leads into Supernova though. So when
Yes.
you die, you then go, fuck you.
Well,
And I always die, so I mean,
And you automatically deal your damage to all targets of your choice within range.
I
before you
think
make a save.
yeah, I'll
Yeah,
take Vengeful
yeah,
Star because it
yeah,
makes
go on then.
sense. It means I could kill people quicker. So as soon as I lose my first wound, I can just be like, nope, you take damage.
I gotta take this. I'll be like 1 minute.
Mhm.
I clean a house and then I've got to get money.
Okay, so if people need to take a brief break to get something to drink, visit the bathroom, etc., do that, and we'll resume once.
Yeah. After training in combat, I'm gonna try to make myself some money.
Yeah, I really need to make money somehow because I started too well and then I used it like the first thing that happened and I haven't made any since.
See, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do sword tricks, and with that make a lot of wealth.
Is
so I
that
can-
really how it works?
Yes, so I can remodel my house.
Well, I mean, you
Yeah,
can,
like, yes, that's how it works.
you can just juggle and then stab someone. That's worked out before.
No,
Oh
sorry.
yeah, you
Sword
can
trick-
stab them and then get paid from his wallet.
Mm-hmm.
Sword tricks is me throwing stuff up in the air and stabbing stuff while it's up in the air. It's like throwing a sword high up and then stabbing it.
It's not robbery if they're dead.
Yeah.
Exactly.
He's done it. He's back.
Is everyone back?
The thing with Vengeful Star though is that doesn't do anything yet until you heal up, whereas
Yeah.
Marder would work right now.
Yeah, but it's useful for when I actually do heal up, which I
Yeah.
plan on doing soon.
You found that, yeah. You want to take another rest and train at some point, so you
However-
can then get the other one.
However, before you rest up, Blair,
Hmm?
you are awoken, from your rest
Yeah.
by the sound of footsteps coming down the stairs.
Oh, I closed my door. I'm not in.
You close the door, and you
I locked.
hear banging on the door.
Yes, Weezy!
Are you in there? Are you in there? Please. You recognize the
It's
voice.
who in here?
You rec-
I'm just little old lady.
Not fooling anyone.
Wait,
Uh,
filler.
you recognize the voice of Queen Madra.
Oh.
Oh, come in, Madra.
Yeah.
What's up?
You open the door. She, like runs inside, slams the door behind her. Leans up against it. Where did you all go? I lost you in the crowd, and oh,
Don't
so
worry
glad
about
I
it,
found
we're
you
all
again.
fine.
Don't worry that we are fine.
So, what is it you wanted?
And she says that. Well, and then you hear the sound of footsteps down the stairs again. Several
did you
pairs of
bring?
feet, like 10 of them at least. 15? Seems to be more and more of them.
What did you do, Queen Madra?
And she shakes her head and she's like, nothing. They were just, they were looking for you, and I needed to find you.
Lady, I just remodeled my new home.
You hear a voice outside shout,
So scared.
"Are you in there? Open up!"
Right.
Are you there? It's just
Blair
you.
opens the door up and
What?
says, "Hello. What do you
A
want?"
crowd of people in blue cloaks with white triangles on them
Wow.
Hello.
stare you in the face.
Mhm. What do you want?
"We found you!" they say, and they all jump you.
I just modeled this place.
Yeah. So,
Can I stop them from jumping me? Is just
What-
as I'm
how?
about to try and convince them not to.
what do you do?
So I do pull out a blade and I say, "Look, right, I don't want to fight. Right now, I've just cleaned this place.
Like 4
I've
people hit you in the
just-
chest at the same time. Do you like stab them or?
I've just remodeled this place. Look, I killed a red devil. Do you
I
want
mean,
to
you
die?
say that as like you're dragged to the ground.
Fine then, I just start stabbing them.
All right, time to roll some dice.
So it's body
Mm-hmm.
7.
Well, let me see. Where's the?
I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die here, guys.
Yeah, you should have left us.
Yeah, you take 3 damage and you are pulled. To
Yeah,
the
I need
ground.
to make the shattered roll.
Yeah.
So it's a broken roll, or is it a it's just
No,
the...
you have 3 stamina
Oh yeah, 3 stamina.
and 1
Yeah.
armor you could spend.
Oh, I'll spend the armor.
Mm-hmm.
My armor, well. It's
Okay. So what does that look like? You spending armor?
So they all go to like punch me, and their fists connect with this light, like the light that radiates from me, and there's a pulse from the halo, and the light just breaks, so pushing their fists back
Mm-hmm.
as I stab them.
All right. You are, however, still crushed as they drag you to the ground, which means that you are crippled. Specifically, they are holding onto your arms, and you cannot move them, and you cannot move away. So they some of them take out various implements like sticks and bats, and they start just freaking beating you up as Madra looks on horrified.
I turned to Madra and I said, "Do something!"
And she's
What do you
just
want her to do?
Crowded up against the wall, hands to her mouth. And she's like, "Oh, come on!"
I flip my legs up and grab one of the bats as it
Yeah.
comes towards me
Mm-hmm.
and kick my legs out, holding onto the bat with my feet, recoiling it so it smacks into the guy's face.
Nice. Roll reach 7 through violence.
And hey, god damn it!
An 8. You take. You deal your damage, which is 2, right?
2.
And it's -1 because they're a group.
Yeah.
And you take 3.
So I'm on 1 wound.
Mm-hmm.
No, that comes out your stamina now.
Yeah, so I'm on
Yeah.
1 wound now.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
you-
yeah,
out of
yeah,
you
stamina.
cut my
one-
stamina,
just
so I'm
one
on 1 wound.
Yeah.
Yellow word. Do it, fucker. He's daring you to do it.
No, because I just redecorated this place and I want Blair to actually have a nice house she lives in.
Well, the house will be gone anyway, so
Yes.
just say it.
I mean, yeah, you're still.
I mean, if they kill you, it doesn't matter if you have a nice house to live in because you can't live.
Yeah. You don't reincarnate, right? Like the rest of us, you just die.
Yeah.
I'll reincarnate somehow, don't worry.
I mean, you're
literally not.
still pinned to the ground, and these people are still beating you up. Some
Right,
of them
I
are really
want
angry
to-
now and bleeding because they got a bat to the face.
I want to break free from their grasp, so
Mhm.
just overpower them by ripping my arms free.
Okay. Yeah. So roll plus
That's
body
the
for
main-
might.
I'm gonna spend my power die to empower it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna say it's baseline. Okay, yeah, you already rolled. I'm just gonna have you re-roll it. That's rude. Okay, so you have on 10 plus. You successfully wrestle, throw, push, grab, or halt your target. Choose any or all options, and on the might move. So you can. Yeah.
So I guess I just push them all away.
Okay. Do you choose any of the other options?
So what were the options? It was push.
Look
throw,
on the might
Oh.
the might move
and
combat moves.
combat moves. Let's see. Make.
If you make them
Uh,
real, you can then run away.
You can wrestle, throw, push, grab, or halt. your target, choose any of the options below.
You can do
Uh,
all of those, except
gonna-
for the grasp thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna do all of them except grab.
Okay.
So I just like push them and throw them and like wrestle them away from me.
Okay, so they're reeling, they're crippled, and they take 1 damage. What do you cripple? Like you pick like a body part, or like what do you like? You break their
Like I just
arms?
break their legs. Like I break a leg.
Okay.
Like every one, I just snap one of their legs, snap another one. Like I'm
Yeah.
snapping twigs.
Obviously, you don't like break every leg in the entire
Yeah.
crowd, but you like like a significant portion of them just sort of like topple over as you just like smash them away. They all go flying into walls and ceiling, right, crashing down on top of each other as Blair just like throws them off Neo
I
style.
I throw them all the way up the corridor, just like get out.
Oh yeah, like several of them topple over the like railing and down like the stairwell, like 4 or 5 floors, and you can hear like ugly crushing sounds from the bottom.
You do know they're going to Molotov your house now anyway.
They are reeling, so like they're all, you know, like knocked away, and so what do you do?
I pull out 2 of my blades and I start. Actually, I just start pulling out blades and stabbing into like
All
the
right.
ones that are down on the floor
All right.
without like mercy. Just like
Roll to reach heaven through violence.
yeah. I mean, I don't kill all. I stab them and play like their legs and stuff, and if they die,
Just
that's not my
pin
fault.
them to pin them to
Yeah.
like the ceiling and the walls. And, like,
Is that
the
a
floor.
cold shot? Is that a cold shot?
I don't think so. Like since if it was against an individual.
Hobbling an enemy is listed as a cold shot.
Yeah.
Am I rolling like ass?
Now, they can't damage you because they're reeling.
Yeah.
However, like they like you thought they were knocked out and like immobile, right?
Yeah.
They're not though. Like as you start like trying to just like stab them to the ground effortlessly, like they move out of the way and like they start getting up and moving out of the way.
Hmm.
And let me see, where's this move? So cries go up. You can hear voices echo through the stairwell, and you can hear footsteps as more and more like start pouring down the stairs. You can hear in the back of the apartment as the small like windows smash, and you can hear people start like climbing in. In addition to the group tag, they now also have the huge tag because there's very many of them.
Oh, you're fucked. Yeah.
I say to Kunmaja and I say, teleport out of here right now.
And she just like kind of shakes her head and says, I can't do that again for weeks.
Well, cover your ears and make sure you're protected. I spent time cleaning this house. I put effort into it, and I am.
It's
disappointed.
okay. It's okay. Hilda's gonna have a nice house for you.
Yeah, no, I want my own house.
You're not allowed your own house. You're too shitty. Only
I
well
cleaned the
behaved
entire place myself using what you told me.
Hey, yeah. And now look what's happened to it. You let in a bunch of miscreants. And they're gonna burn it down if you don't blow it up.
So I'm gonna. So once she covers her ears,
She does.
I tell her cover them really well. Stick your fingers and everything you can up in there.
She does that and she nods and she says, "What?"
Close your eyes, and I just
What?
scream the word.
You scream.
I
what?
just scream my word.
One part of the 7-part name of God.
Yep.
The word
The
blade.
blade.
Yeah.
Yep.
Once between rests, when you speak this word, anyone who can hear you, ally or enemy, takes 1 AP damage, is knocked off their feet, reading and crippled by deafening for a minute. Crippled by deafening for a minute after you speak it. The word causes moderate structural damage and widespread destruction. So yeah, the room explodes. People go flying everywhere. And yeah, you find yourself afterwards, as you get up, like having been bowled over, you get up and you see, like, the entire place is covered with like knocked out people covered in dust, as like the walls and the ceiling have just been like stripped. You can see the brickwork underneath, where the like plaster on the walls have just been ripped out. You can see like the wooden like beams in the ceiling. Or every door that you can see have been ripped off its hinges, and everyone's covered in like at least like 4 centimeters of dust and like debris.
So much effort into this goddamn house. Had plans to renovate it all, clean it up.
Yes. So that happens. And you can hear, like, you can see the piles of people, like, as people start getting up, like, the dust's falling off them, and you can hear people, like, moaning. Start getting up. Madra's just, like, covering in a corner. Like, she's also covered in dust, just, like, holding onto her head, eyes wide, and, like, coughing.
Grab that lady and get the hell out of
Yeah,
there.
Yeah, maybe you should run now when you have a minute to do so.
Yeah, I run over, I grab Madra and I say, "Don't worry, we're getting out of here. Just shush." And I throw her over my shoulder, and
Yeah.
I just book it.
Yeah. Where do you go?
I guess I just go back to where I left everyone else.
Well, I mean, the first problem is that when you look out, like you walk up to the door and you step out and you realize that most of the like metal spiral stair has been like just ripped clean off its hinges and like crashed down the room, which is just now like a giant like hole. There's no stair, right?
I'm just gonna try
Just
running directly up
Climb
it,
out the basement window thing.
but it's not as cool. I'm gonna run up the flat wall, like stabbing blades into the wall to jump off of and use as like
Okay.
footholds.
Do you like while holding Queen Madra, or?
Yeah, like I've got her on one shoulder, holding her with one hand and pulling a sword out, stabbing it into the wall, flipping off, pulling another, stabbing. Just doing like cool flips and tricks.
I'm gonna say in that case roll it broken, because that's difficult.
It's gonna, yeah.
Go on.
But yeah, roll to overcome using body, I suppose. That's a feat of athleticism.
Am I able to just push it and make it clumsy?
Make it just a normal
that a
roll if you
thing?
push. But you don't. Oh yeah, right. Push it. Yes. Okay. So
Make
the way
one.
that works is, if it's broken, it remains broken. But yeah, you can
Right,
totally
okay.
push. So there's like no penalty to doing that, except if you fail, of course, you give me a break die. But yeah, sure, you can push it. So look at that. Take a power die. And yeah,
Yes.
so you like slamming blades, and I guess you just leave them behind. Like
Yeah, they
into
go
the
away
walls.
eventually. It's just kind of like
Yeah, and you like clamber your way out of the pit, and you you drag yourself over the edge and out into the little like hallway entryway to the building.
You did a clumsy roll, but it should have been broken, right?
Yeah, it should have been broken. So I'm sorry, but I will have to ask you to re-roll that.
All
Roll
right, so it's
another
body.
die, motherfucker.
Well, yeah. Like, it's body, yes.
What's a 5 then?
Oh, yes.
So I don't get that power die.
I in fact get a break die instead. That's fun. And so what happens is that you do like you, as I described, like you clamber your way, you get up. However, as you're like hanging with like one arm over the edge, like Queen Madra over the other, like holding onto a sword that you've stabbed into the ledge, you look up and you see that the crowd you were fighting. There's more of them up here, and they're looking down at you.
Eric,
Yes.
was that a push move?
Yes.
You can't force a player to do a push move.
No, but
No,
he
I didn't force him.
Okay.
No, he said he
Okay.
wanted to.
Oh, okay. I must have missed that.
Oh, yeah, no.
Sorry.
That's fine. It's good that you're keeping us all honest. But yes, that was. Yeah, no, but yeah, Blair, like the rest of the crowd of Vigilante Guild members, all in rags with their blue coats, are looking down at you, holding on to, 2x4s, bats, table legs. Iron Star, Indigo, and Hilda, what are you up to?
I want
Cooking and having a good time.
I want Ironstar to help me talk to the merchant lady.
Oh yeah.
For Hilda.
Wow.
All right.
All right.
Mm,
Yeah. What do you say to me, my dude?
Well, I imagine that Hilda is like, hey, I need some shit at some point.
Yeah. Need some rare and dangerous material. I needed to make a key.
A key for what?
A
Thor, what do you
hideout.
think these are normally for? Come on.
Eyes nerving suspiciously.
And I say a hideout, a refuge.
Think about it. We could rest and train there whenever we wanted.
Oh,
The
It's like-
dream.
it's like an angel singing in my ear. I can hear the GM's teeth gnashing.
No, 'cause he gets to just go, oh yeah, the bad guys are stronger now. Every time we do it.
Yeah, but I mean, so are we. So what's up? Come on, there's no consequences
Yeah,
that aren't,
exactly.
that aren't fucking red.
What are
So
they-
Exactly. We just get to get into more trouble,
yeah,
and
Yeah,
that's
that's
fun.
yeah, that's good.
That's
I-
fun, says you, while Blair's like hanging on for dear life over a pit.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
already forgot about that.
Blair's having fun, right?
Yeah.
She's doing what she loves most, running around, getting beaten up by lynch mobs,
Yeah, almost dying.
almost dying.
I made a mistake.
She loves it.
Yeah, she's having a time of her life. However short it may
She
be.
can even help decorate the new place.
Yeah.
Absolutely can't help decorate
Nope,
the place.
it's only I can. I'm the only one who can.
Even if Blair goes, I want a cushion here, Hilda goes, no. And then just
Oh,
a water bowl
It
and a
appears
chain
that there's
appears
a
in the
rock
corner.
here now.
Yeah, it appears there's a rock there. That is what you sleep upon.
Damn.
Yeah, and I'm like, we need to ask that lady if she has any extra legal goods.
But the
You're not
rare-
putting this the right way to speak with me.
If it's extra legal, what do you think that means?
Oh, okay. It's extra legal. It's not extra legal.
Nods deceptively.
Yeah.
special.
I've got the dosh.
All right. And Hilda has got the mind.
I got the skill to do make them.
And you've got the long arm of the law.
All right. Fine, Master Inigo. I will do you this one.
You don't have to call me master, but I like it when you do.
I know that.
Never calls him master again.
No, until I get the thing where I make him my student against his will, and then he has to again.
Against this will. Can't you just make the students like when they want to?
If only.
Yeah. What world do you think I live in?
Yeah. If someone wants,
Fantasy world.
if someone wants comes up to me and is like, "Can I be your student?" Obviously, they're not ready to be my student.
Yeah.
They have to prove.
It's a technical.
Yeah, I'm enigmatic.
All right. So,
Yeah.
what are you gonna do?
We'll seek out this merchant.
Mm-hmm.
And what I think they want me to do is apply the market here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have we ever done that before? This is
No,
the first
I don't
time.
think
we've
so,
never
no.
been we've never been astride the interworld marketplace looking for goods.
Yeah.
Mm.
And so she's left, right? To like fetch the stuff that you wanted from her.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
but I
gonna be
mean,
when she
technically, applying the market can be like anyone. I
yeah, it was
suppose.
going to be when she came
Yeah.
back to drop stuff off and make a big like,
Yeah.
oh yes, here I am
Mhm.
delivering the goods.
Yeah, and we are all arrested, so that it could have been like a fair bit of time has passed, probably.
Yeah. So and that's fine. Like you wait for her to return, and she like comes, and when she returns, it's with it's with a pretty large crowd of like, you know, like you've got a group of like just pretty strong looking people carrying like the big crate of stuff, and then there's a complement of 10 or so like guards wearing like heavy burnished red like clay armor with these like big
Nice.
kind of like pot shaped helmets, and it's very bulky. And so they all kind of like plow a road through the crowd, you know, like coming through, and they line up in front of the building, and like she goes in and the carriers walk in, and they all like crowd their way up the stairwell and into the little apartment, and they smash the crate down on the floor, and she, you know, like, your goods as you ordered. Pleasure doing
That's
business with you.
That's a lot of ferret skulls.
Yeah. Did you actually need them, or was that a joke?
No. What do you think
Did you
the
need them, or was
counter
that a
was?
joke? No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Typical devils. Just no. You still don't know the answer. It's just like no grins. Oh well. There was this other thing, merchant. If
Yes.
you would. We have need of additional resources for another ritual, I suppose.
I see. Kind of items
Well,
would you be interested in?
This one can probably outline exactly what it is.
Yeah.
But
Well, they only specify actually rare and dangerous materials. So is that like up to?
It's up-
yeah, but I mean, okay. So I guess you have described to me beforehand, like what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I speak to this merchant like, yeah, we need like the wings of a virgin bird.
I would probably like some weird,
The
mineral.
tears of a ghost.
Yeah, probably something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
There would be like some weird, obscure mineral.
The sound of
like-
silence.
Yeah, some cryptic magic thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the roots of mountains, the sound of cats' feet,
Yeah.
all of that good stuff.
And then they goes, yes, that's all very readily available.
Yeah. They're very rare.
Not rare at all. All cats' feet make that sound.
yeah, yeah, but,
Mountains have the roots. Just find any old mountain.
yeah, but distilling it and having it like in item form.
Frustrated that I forgot to put the Pride
yeah.
Market movie into the actual,
Yeah, it's not
Okay.
there.
like a peasant.
I would need the crystallification of a master's mistake.
I go, now that has never happened.
Uh,
Well, not with this master. I'm sure there are others that have made mistakes. I met a frog once who made a terrible mistake. His first mistake was trying to be as good as me.
So basically, it says that you don't have to roll if it's available at local prices, but if it's rare, cheaper, or more.
yeah,
expensive.
these are like specific.
Yeah, it has to be
Exactly.
rare.
So you need to roll heat.
So yeah, roll plus heat.
Yeah.
And
10.
Well,
nice.
10.
So you get it or something like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she nods and she says that, well, I suppose that is something that I could acquire for you. However, I shall require actual proper payment for my services, of course.
Of course.
Pulls out a big bag of wealth.
Mm-hmm.
Hilda was like, ooh, take the big coin.
Perhaps also we could have a good relationship in the future in case we need more services.
And she says that, why, of course, I would be glad to negotiate with you on equal terms.
Yes. Going forward, that is exactly how it will be.
And she smiles, a very predatory smile.
Engaging on equal terms? I do not wish to lower
So
myself to this woman's level.
It's so nice to speak to all of you here in private. You'll notice that there's a distinct sound that you hear, or there's a lack of sound rather. It's like the crowd outside seems to have gone quiet.
Did you kill them all?
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay, sure. Carry on. Go on.
No, it's quiet. It's quiet.
No.
No.
No, go on. Ah, someone's bought the cat's feet.
Yeah. And so
It's easy. You just have one cat's foot on a stick, and then you put it on the ground, and you have infinite cat feet sound. One of the most manufacturable things in all existence.
Yeah.
No, but the
It's so
problem
easy. Why don't they do that?
it's been used up. That's why cats don't make any sound, because all of the supply has been used up.
Yeah, supply and demand, Vigo.
Yeah.
Too much demand.
Just make more cat's feet.
No, the cats have been in depth for centuries now.
Yeah, they needed cat skulls for something else and they got extinct.
Oh, I knew cats were no good.
Which
They've
means that
never- Every cat I've met has had terrible fiscal responsibilities.
But that's why they don't make any sound, because all the sound they would have make are directly going into the depth.
Yeah,
They're
goes
afraid of
straight to the
attacks,
bank.
man. That's why they're so quiet.
Yeah, they even take the shirt off your back and sound off your feet. Don't mess with Mammon.
Yeah.
Someone has to pay for all those non-lives.
Now, she says, if our business is concluded, like pocketing Indigo's money,
Oh, no, how much does she want?
it's 3, right? Is what you need.
3? She wants 3. Brilliant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
3 wealth is the materials.
Yeah, brilliant.
Delivery shall be as speedily as I can arrange. Now, I had a proposal to make, if you would.
Of course. Do tell.
Proposals.
Yes. It says that this power of yours that you are using to influence the crowd, a magical ritual, I suppose.
No, the crowd are just doing that on their own.
No,
Yes,
you're offering them what they want, freeing their loved ones. Yes, by way of ritual.
Yes.
Yes. I should like to Fight.
Introduce us to a ritual guild?
She says, no. I'm a merchant, not a magician. I deal in trade. And the service that you provide is a rare and valuable one. I would like to buy it. Your services.
Well, you will have to speak to Hilda. Yeah, like I'm not opposed to that, but it's up to Hilda, like how she wants to do that.
Well, it depends on what terms it is, right?
Well, we can see to all of the mundane arrangements of payment and prioritization. You would, of course, provide the magical power. And in return, we would simply gain the benefits of being the facilitators of a rare and useful service.
I'm sorry, dear lady, my services are not for sale.
No, I mean, what's happening here is basically she wants to take money from the people to get the dudes cured. But I mean, we wanted that too, right? So why not?
Yeah, the question is like,
How much would she be paying Hilda for this, though?
Oh, well, yeah, that's that too.
I mean, if she provides the reagents and she pays you anything, that's good, right?
Yeah, it is. Like, what I was getting at is like the question of the working hours of the contract. Like, is she kind of
I think she wants to lock you up and throw away the key.
yeah, like, is it that kind of proposal we're looking for here, or is it like I set up like business hours and they can come and book a time and take their loved one and
I mean,
What-
just,
like,
just
what do you-
put in the contract. Yeah, like you can decide the contract, right?
Yeah, like what do you like? Do you ask it like just that straight up?
yeah.
And then she says, "No, of course we wouldn't want to infringe upon your personal life. The arrangement would, I suppose, need to include a provision for particularly important cases, but other than that, the hours would be a matter of negotiation. Nothing untoward."
I lean into Hilda. I go, that's good, because all you deal with are particularly important matters.
You're so right.
You can do whatever you want. What's this lady gonna do?
She
You can
says,
just go, oh, Yasnagoth needs me. What's she gonna do?
You understand, there are some of the victims of this curse that are quite notable. And, of course, aiding them would need to take priority. But
Well, yeah.
other than that, it's providing a service
So
at your own leisure.
the rich people first, basically.
Ka-ching!
Yeah, I mean,
love stupid people.
yeah, I'm not a socialist angel.
You are quite unsociable.
Yeah, he gets me.
To that, I simply say, like, sounds like you got yourself quite a lucrative proposal there.
Of course.
I suppose we can move to the establishment of your choice, and we can work out the space to do it.
Excellent.
Do you have a food service I could work at for some extra pocket money? I'm Master Indigo, by the way.
Oh, Indigo.
That's the one.
As in of the School of Separation?
That's the one.
Well, a food service. Well, I don't deal in such wares myself, but I believe that I have associates that would be quite interested in talking to you. I could see to arranging an appointment, if you wish.
Ah, excellent. Hilda, you'll help me with that, won't you? You're much better business-minded than me.
I have seen that you have quite a good amount of bodyguards already, but perhaps I could offer my services to keep the establishment safe. I assume that the crowd could get unruly at any moment, given that their loved ones are involved.
Oh, I wouldn't worry about that. We have matters well in hand.
Oh, they're all dead already. Well then, in that case, I will leave it to you then.
She smiles and nods. Excellent. It sounds like we have an arrangement.
I'll look at Hilda though, and then Inigo. What is the terms of termination should we wish to quit?
Well, I mean, that's up for, like, negotiation.
I usually just leave.
Of course you do.
Yeah, that's
Hmm.
yeah.
Well, I suppose that we are talking about work for commission here, so couldn't technically be your employer and couldn't
Yes.
demand your services for longer than you wish to provide them.
That does sound.
Do you have
Yeah.
need of a clown?
No. I think it was
Yes,
Lana.
there's another member of our group, and
So
What?
so given I can't just pass up a transition like that. So Blair, you're hanging on for dear life.
Got him.
Oh, hi.
Actually, hmm. When we cut back to Blair, we find you elsewhere. You've been tied up and blindfolded, and you find yourself well somewhere. It's very difficult to tell on account of being blindfolded.
Hey, this again.
Yeah, but you can hear conversation
Are my hands tied?
behind your back. Yes.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna say, hello, anyone there? Am I speaking to the void?
Oh, she's. You hear that? She's woken up.
Yeah, of course I've fucking woken up.
Oh, and annoyed too.
I don't know. Maybe being blindfolded isn't, I don't know, the most.
Someone hits you over the head with something
happy
heavy.
thing.
It hurts.
You know, if you're gonna hit me in the head, might as well put your back into it and not do it while I'm blindfolded.
Ah,
Pussy.
she's vengeful. must
Yeah,
be.
they missed her weak spot. That's her hardest point.
Yeah.
They hit the head and there's just a hollow ringing noise.
There's laughter, rough sounding, and you notice that, like, wait, the ground's kind of moving under you, and then you realize that, oh yeah, that's the sound of wagon wheels that you're hearing.
Right, I'm on a wag. Okay. Well, this just makes this easier.
Yeah.
All right. Do I still I guess I probably can't feel my halo on me because it's just hovering a
Yeah,
bit too
yeah.
far behind my hands.
Exactly.
I'm gonna say, could you please take the blindfold off, please? At least I want to see.
Hear laughter again.
I have one request.
You hear that? She wants us to take the blindfold off. That's hilarious.
All right. Okay, so I'm going to. What happens if I try to stand up? Am I just forced back down?
No, you stand up. Halfway up, you hit your head on something, and you tumble back down again.
Right, so I'm inside.
Yeah.
Can I like pull? So sort of like my hands are tied behind me. Can I like stand up just enough so I can get them behind my butt, and then sort of go back down so that I'm on my back and pull my arms up around my legs?
As you start doing that, one of the voices are like, "Hey, pipe down back there! Stop that!"
Oh, how about you just take my blindfold off me?
They bop you in the forehead with something.
Right. Okay, so I'm gonna. There's nothing I can do here, unless like I just I break free of the ropes and then pull the blindfold off.
I mean,
break
yeah,
these
sure,
ropes. I
sure.
can break these ropes.
No, sure. I guess overcome with body. It's very difficult though, like breaking bonds when you're tied up in them. So, oh, look at that! No, you try and you're weak. Like you got bruises everywhere. It's dang. As you like struggle on the ground, or well, floor, you feel a hand on your shoulder. Not like heavy, like kind of a light touch. And you hear Madra's voice. It's just
Oh, hi, Madra.
leave it be for now. They're taking us somewhere.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, I don't like being taken places where I can't see.
Well, join the club.
Madra. So are her arms free? Did you like put a hand on my back?
On your shoulder, yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
Madra, take off my blindfold.
I don't know. What's the point? We're just stuck here
Just
anyway.
take off the blindfold.
All right. She starts like You feel like her fumbling with the blindfold, and then like she gets it off, and yeah, you see you're in like the back part of a wagon, covered wagon.
Okay.
There's like it seems to be like the back of it's been divided with like a shelf or something, which is what you like hit your head on when you try to rise. And you can see two people in the like front. That's just like lounging, like one against the left wall, one against the right, and they're both like looking at you. And as with the other members of the Vigilantes Guild, they're dressed in shabby clothes, with the blue coat being the only like well kept garment that they wear. One of them's holding like a stick, a heavy stick.
Okay, so Blair's gonna say, all right. Why have you kidnapped me?
And one of them smiles and says, "Well, we figured you had a lot to answer for."
Like what?
Well, associating with the wrong people for one.
Okay, that's not a crime.
There's murder, several counts.
Murder of people who were perfectly justifiable to murder.
Well, that's not really your judgment to make, now is it?
Neither is it your judgment to judge me for who I can and can't murder.
And he shakes his head and he says, like, "Well, of course it isn't. I'm not the one doing the judging.
Who's doing the judging?
Well, the Justice Lords, of course."
Who the fuck are the Justice Lords? I didn't know I was in a fucking episode of Power Rangers.
Wait, you missed that part? Of course you're in an episode of Power Rangers.
Yeah.
I'm glad the main thing that
Caleb
Blair
has been the bad guy all along.
Yeah, I'm glad the main thing that Blair has learned from Indigo is to just be contrary and be a shithead.
So, right, how about you do me a favor? Since I knew one of your, like, since I was since I was friends with, what was that guy's name? The guy who got kidnapped?
I was best friends with,
Goodman,
some
Goodman.
guy.
Johnny Goodman.
No.
Johnny Goodman.
Goodman, yeah, John Goodman.
I knew John Goodman. We were good friends. We hung out. Like, so. And, like.
And he nods gravely and he says, "Yes, Goodman. He was a good man.
He was a good man.
We were sad to lose him."
Wait, what? Is dead?
I'm sad to have lost him as well.
And he says, "Well, at the time, of course, we all thought that you were a victim too. That the angel had forced you to abandon a friend.
Yeah, he broke my legs.
But then," he shakes his head, but then it turns out that the angel was your friend. That you stayed in the
He's not my
company of him."
friend. Yeah, because if I tried to leave, he would hunt me down and break my legs.
And he
I
shakes
don't
his
know why
he shakes
you're
his head
missing the
again,
breaking
like
of my
very
leg.
gravely. He's very sad. And he says, "Well, you've just forgotten the duty of any good citizen, then.
No,
You can't
Susan,
just-
I don't live here.
You can't just go along with any old tyranny just because they threaten to break your leg. It's just not right."
Says man who's gonna threaten to break your legs in a second.
Yeah, Blair says that. Says man who just threatened to beat me up and kill me.
And he says, "Well, justice needs to be done."
Yeah, well,
Where's
so
my
the angel
justice?
doesn't justice. It's not my fault I get caught up in the middle of everything.
Well, if that is the case, and if you truly are as innocent as you proclaim, well, then you will be found innocent.
Look, how about this? You just do me a favor in remembrance of our good old friend John.
The
I
guiltless
miss
have
him
nothing to
dearly.
fear.
Do something in favor of my good old friend John, who would, in any situation, have loved to help me out in this. So please just at least slightly untighten the ropes. Just slightly. That'd be nice. That's all I ask.
Yes. Well, now, and what have you done to deserve such a grace be extended to you?
I mean, for one, if you really want me to start listing it off, I didn't kill any of your friends when they tried to kill me.
And he turns to the other and he says, how many of our good brothers and sisters were lost trying to capture this miscreant? The other one says, like, counting on his fingers, well, there were the 4 who fell down the stairs and broke their backs.
Right, not my fault.
Other than them, several of the others won't be able to walk.
Right, not my fault.
That wasn't me.
Half the building fell on Tim, and he's
Shoddy
dead.
workmanship.
Well,
Tim died.
right. Okay, I'm sorry that Tim's dead. I'm sorry that those people can't walk, and I'm sorry that some of them fell down the stairs and broke their necks. But in my defense, I was going to die because your people just couldn't ask nicely. If you said, "Hey, we've got some questions for you," maybe then, if you were really nice and didn't force me to blow up my house, then maybe I would have gone with you. Maybe. But
I would have gone with the angle of it's not my fault that the house was poorly built.
And he looks like the guy's been talking to you the most. Like he's kind of a big guy. He's like bald. Like I looks shocked and appalled, and you would have died. Of course, you wouldn't have died. We wouldn't have killed you. Not before a fair
God,
sentence.
Oh, you wouldn't have killed me? I'm sorry you broke most of my bones, and I'm in extreme pain every time I try to breathe from now on. So forgive me if I thought you would have killed me.
You breathe through your bones?
Yes, I breathe through my bones because they're bones protecting my lungs. Anyway, look, just untighten these ropes just a tiny bit in remembrance of our good friend John.
Well, and he turns to his friend. What was it John always said? The other guy shrugs and says, I didn't know him.
No mercy.
He says, oh yeah, that's right. He said, don't be a sucker. And then he looks at you and he says, I'm afraid I'm not a sucker.
You know what? I think you're wrong. You've got the face of one.
So the point is here, you don't have leverage, so you can't bend will.
Right, I'm gonna stand
Yeah.
like
Okay.
not full height, but like just so I
Yeah.
can get on my feet.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna walk forward.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go up to him.
Yeah, both of them like rise on like halfway as you do so at the ready.
Mm.
Yeah. It's like whoa!
My head
Just don't do anything brash now.
I'm gonna rear my head back,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna give the guy who said he's not a sucker a good old Glasgow kiss. So slam my head directly into his nose.
Damn.
Yes. Okay. Yes. Roll to reach heaven through violence.
I'll reach heaven through goddamn violence.
Mm-hmm.
Oh!
3 damage.
She's fucking done it.
Oh my god. Okay. Yeah. He's fucking out like a light. The other guy,
And
like,
since this, if I remember correctly, alright, so does the other guy turn to deal with me?
yeah, like he picks up his like just baseball bat that he has and he swings it at you. Like, hey!
I duck under it
Mhm,
and I slam my head directly into his rib cage.
All right. Reach heaven through violence.
I'm gonna reach heaven through
They
fucking
know how
violence.
hard it is too.
Yeah.
It's an 11.
Yeah, that guy's also fucking dead. You just like plunge your head into his like stomach and he just crumples up on the floor. Just like coughing up blood. And Madra just looks at you and is like, why?
I look at her and I say, one, I don't like being held captive. I don't like ropes. I don't like blindfolds. 2, they beat me up badly. 3,
Fuck 'em.
kind of just wanted to. Think of it this way, at least they're not dead. Or,
I suppose.
I told her to say, hurry up and get these ropes.
Right, and you see that like she's got her hands tied in front of her, right? Like tied together. So she like helps you untie your ropes.
And then I untie hers.
Mhm.
Do I have my halo?
Yeah. It does
I
like it kind of does like acrobatics, like moving around you to avoid hitting the walls of the walls of this cramped space you're in. But yes, it follows you.
Alright, so I'm gonna take the weapons off these guys,
Mhm.
and with the rope that we untied, I'm gonna tie them up.
Yeah.
And yeah, so we're just in a carriage, right?
Yeah.
Okay, is there like a door?
Yes, there's like a door in the front of it.
Okay, so I turn to like there's a wall at the back, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna cut an opening in the wall.
All right.
So just want me to make a
Yeah.
body roll?
Yeah, overcome with body. Yeah, so you
Oh,
just
God.
cut your way out, no problem.
I grab a Madra and I say, right, we're gonna jump.
Yes. All right, here we go again.
Right, so I'm just gonna jump out.
Yeah. You jump
And,
out.
yeah.
Yeah.
What
You jump out into the street. Land on your feet, I suppose. You see a carriage disappearing behind you. You're in like a busy market street.
Okay, first we gotta find out where we are. I turn and I grab someone walking past and I say, where are we?
Yeah, they tell you. Where are you?
I don't know, where am I?
No,
Yeah, where are you?
What's the name of the place?
Yeah.
Oh,
where are you?
Gibraltar Square.
Gibraltar Square. All right.
It was
you're
the
in,
first
you're in Gibraltar Square.
Gibraltar Square.
Mm-hmm.
Look, I'm not good at names. I came up with Pomp Square. What do
Yeah,
people expect?
we've got
I mean,
Pomp Square. We've got Gibraltar
That sounds to me like
Square.
that you are good at names.
Yeah, I don't understand what you're saying here.
Right, Madra, can you do any tricks? Anything fanciful?
Do tricks.
She looks at you and she's. I can rule over several powerful
Can you
realms.
dance?
I can't dance. No, I mean I could do ballroom dancing.
Right, we need to make some money right now because you're probably hungry. I'm hungry. We're both hungry.
Yes, I hadn't really thought about it, but yes, I
Yes.
am.
So, one idea I have is to just start juggling swords. If you want, I could do some like I'm a good shot. But let's see. If you could like dance and I can, I don't know, throw blades around you. Or
Are you gonna be like a knife thrower, just throw swords at the queen? Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're telling me?
Oh no! I'm gonna kill her.
well, I would say, look, Madra, we need to get out of this place and we need to get stuff done right now. So, I mean, look, either I just start juggling and can you sing at least? Tell me you can sing.
She says that I've been said to have a pleasant singing voice. Yes.
Okay, right, you start singing
Um.
and I'll juggle swords, right?
All right.
That's how we're going to make money. I'm going to start juggling swords. I'm going to say, oh,
Yeah.
start singing.
She starts singing, and it's this like really slow and incredibly sad song.
Okay, that's fine.
Like, yeah,
Okay.
you feel like you want to break down and just like cry, just like moments into it.
That's fine. I'll
People
smile
around
for
you
it.
stop. Like people are looking on. You can see like almost everyone is like tears streaming down their face, looking on. No one pays attention to you juggling at all because they're all just like.
I guess we've got like I've bundled up like some of the rags off my clothes as
Mhm.
like a little place where people throw money.
They don't. They're busy like sobbing.
Right, I tell her, hurry up and finish the song.
and she like, and she actually manages to whisper to you while she's still singing, which is impressive, I suppose.
She's good.
Yeah. So what she says is, it's the funeral dirge of Camarul. It takes 4 weeks.
4, just end it now.
Can't end it now.
Look, please. I'm asking you very nicely.
No. Oh.
Lady, come on. We need to make money, and I need you to stop singing.
She
Either
like,
that or pickpocket everyone while they're crying, and we'll be implicated in a crime.
well, all right. Don't blame me.
Come on.
And she stops.
You've done it now. You've upset the guy she was singing about.
Well,
Oh no.
the entire crowd gets this, like, there's this kind of ripple that goes through it, and like you also, you feel it, there's this sense of like a really unpleasant like anxiety in the back of your mind of like there's something you need to be doing, something that's like not finished, and it's really unpleasant, and you can see everyone just kind of like twisting and turning and like looking around and it's like, I'm sorry, the only song I know.
Right, we'll just say that's finished. Right, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to hear more, please throw money into the bowl of rag.
Oh, that's, you'd actually have leverage. Yeah, roll to Ben mine. roll to Ben will.
This time I actually have something. 7.
Oh, well.
All right. So they need some proof of your leverage. So I guess.
Have her sing some more and then stop her.
Yeah, I get her to like sing like a little bit more.
Mhm. She looks really uncomfortable, but she's like, all right, and she does so. And you can see like several people when she starts up again, just like basically like topple to the ground, like in a fetal position, crying.
Damn, what is a funeral dirge? Jesus Christ!
They sing it at a funeral,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and
But
everybody
this
is
isn't-
like, "Damn, look at this! This dude died."
Usually
I'm
people
really
are
sad."
somber at a funeral dirge, not in fetal position.
Yeah, and then she finishes the song, and it's all cathartic and shit. Then you're like, "Damn, yeah, that dude's dead, but I'm glad the song's over." And then you get on with your life.
And so yeah, so then she stops again, and people do actually like throw money in your little bundle. So take 2 wealth, I suppose. But I mean, then you'd have to she'll have to start singing again because people like start getting rowdy when she doesn't.
Right, lady, you start singing again, and I guess I'll come back for you after I've got some food.
No!
I
And
promise I'll be back.
and she
Just
looks
say-
at you. She looks at you with like eyes wide in fear, and she says, "Realize I'm the only one who knows this song."
Right, okay, we'll just say you're done after like another 10 minutes, okay?
She'll hear of it.
What did you say, sorry?
She'll hear of it.
Yeah, well, that's fine. We'll escape. Don't worry. I promise you, I'll keep you safe.
You can
On
tell.
my
her,
word.
right?
You almost did yourself, basically.
Yeah, but I'll keep her safe. Come on. She doesn't know that.
She doesn't know.
All right. So yeah, so you keep going for a while, and you stop, and you take the money and run, I guess.
Yeah.
And like as you leave, you can hear people like starting to talk, and like they sound very annoyed, and the annoyed voices get louder.
I
Yes.
just hurry her out.
And she's like, "That was a sacred right, and we just use it to get spare change."
Yeah, I'm sorry, right? But unfortunately, we're not in a position, and neither are you in a position to moan.
It's not your fault, Blair, that you told her to sing and then she sang that song.
Yeah, she could have
She's
sung
got to
any-
know more songs than just that one.
Yeah.
No, she did say that that's the only song she knows.
Well, I didn't know it was a sacred
That's-
ritual.
That's
not my fault.
ridiculous that she only knows one song. Just say words. Make a new one up. Fucking hell.
Yeah, it's so easy to just make new music on
Yeah.
the fly.
Well, I
Yeah.
mean, considering what happened when she sang this one, who knows what would happen if she just made a song up?
Oh god, I don't want to know. She
Everyone-
probably would have fucking killed everyone.
Yeah, everybody dies.
You gotta be very careful when you make up songs. Who knows what's gonna happen?
Good, good. If everyone dies, then there will finally be peace.
And it means I can steal all their
Star
money.
has become a Thorn Knight recently.
Yeah.
He's like, fuck it, fuck everything.
Metatron
Hey, Iron
lives.
Star, when's your court date? Now that we've all got 9 to 5 jobs.
I mean, except me. I know what I want. I finally decided on a name for the thing,
Oh, okay.
my guild.
Cool.
It's the Guardians of Ishet. Which and Ishet is like the watcher, the gatekeeper of Yisun.
Ah, his hat.
And I even made a logo for it
Oh,
Ooh.
on my
Nice.
Iron Star character.
oh, let's see here. Iron Star.
Ooh.
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 Uh,
Very nice.
is it in the character sheet or in?
Yeah, it's the character.
Yeah, it's a red eye.
Am I just not seeing it? Weird.
78 Iron Star and gold. Is it in the Roll20 character sheet?
Oh,
Yeah,
in the
same thing.
oh yeah, yeah. I was looking in the Google Doc sheet.
Not the,
Sorry.
not the Gurgle.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Let's see. Oh, nice.
So that's the emblem I have, I guess. Something
Nice,
like
nice,
that.
nice. Cool. All right. So, yeah. Blair.
How far are those jokers actually?
Well, they don't.
While these guys do their 24/7 job, whatever.
Yeah.
No,
How are they?
no. Like as soon as it's like bedtime,
Yeah.
I mean,
I'll
I'm
be like,
the
Blair's
key.
normally home by now, right?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
I will also finish the key.
Yeah.
Uh,
That's fair.
finishing the key only takes one rest.
Actually, I can do it as long as I have safety, a door frame, or portal-like structure.
Okay. Oh, is it that like using it though?
No, just the key is reused. She just like
Yeah.
just puts
Yeah.
a key in like a fucking wall that she's drawn a chalk outline on.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that was that was what I meant. You don't need that to make it. You need to use it, right?
Yeah, she just needed those materials to make the key,
Yeah.
and then after that, it's just
Yeah.
you can fucking do all sorts of insane shit with it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
but that's-
crafting happens in increments of 3 wealth anyway, so
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
it only was 3 wealth. So.
Oh God, I'm dropping frames like. Ugh.
He's dropping frames.
Yeah.
The frame drop is real. The frame
Yeah.
apocalypse.
Mhm.
Dropping frames like dropping albums.
Yeah,
No.
basically.
It's the frame
Yeah,
apocalypse.
so let's take a short break. See if the stream recovers, and I need to open a window because it's warm in here. God damn it. Okay.
I need to put on some damn clothes. I've been in my robe after my shower.
So yeah,
Yeah.
I'll mute this.
Yeah.
I'll mute the stream for a second, and then we'll pop back in a second. All right.
Yeah.
So what?
Blair normally comes home to roost at night, right?
Now that you mention it, where did Blair go?
She went off to do some training.
And then she did not return. Did we notice the huge explosion, by the way? That happened close by?
That was like far enough away that you wouldn't have heard it. It was also inside a building and like underground, right?
Is there like talk about it?
Not that you hear, but of course you're alone in the building, so you know, or like you're alone in the apartment. I mean,
How about I go out and like do some questioning if they've seen Blair or heard anything like explosions, because I know where Blair goes, there's explosions, obviously.
all right. Well, when you walk around, like you would notice probably from Pomp Square like a plume of smoke.
It's not even a roll. Of course, Blair is obvious.
I don't think there's a role to see a plume of smoke.
I'll say, what ho, good citizen, to the news person.
Mhm.
What's that about?
Yeah.
And point
Yeah, I guess I'll grab like the close one, but
Yeah.
you see that?
I'm
You're
bad.
fire, what happened?
And they say, well, the one of the old apartment buildings caught fire. It's mostly abandoned. I think they said the fire was contained.
Well then, I'll go back for this.
I'll say, have you seen?
They're missing a fire.
Have you seen a woman about yay big?
Yeah, about evening.
They shake their head, and someone passing by, it's like, "What she look like?"
Vacant
Like a human.
expression. Vacant expression on her face, lights are on,
Yes.
no one's home, sort of thing.
Yes, human, very mortal.
Has a halo like mine.
Yeah, very fleshy.
Oh, yeah. We saw her. She was the one escaping.
Yeah, pink-eyed, or whatever you call it.
Whatever you call it.
I mean, none of us are
Escaping,
king.
that
Escaping from what?
Uh,
It does sound like Blair to escape things.
Yeah.
She was the one trying to take the secret of bringing back all of the people that were stolen and trying to run away with it. Yeah, she escaped that way. And he points you towards where the plume of smoke is.
That doesn't sound like Blair.
Actually, no, he would point to the opposite direction. Like he would point just like some random direction away from the smoke.
I mean, Blair wouldn't be able to come up with such a plot on her own, so... No. I mean... Thank you. Do you know what happened after that?
No, she disappeared, I think.
Hmm.
Can't have been Blair then. Blair doesn't. She can't just disappear.
Let's do some investigation, I guess.
Yeah.
Mhm,
That's...
mhm. Let's see here.
Follow the trail, ask people around, see if someone
Yeah.
knows anything.
Roll overcome with mind.
Alright. Do you want to head
Yeah,
that or do it?
yeah, I'll do that. I'm good at that.
Let's see
Told
here.
you, I'm good at that.
Oh, are you good at it? That's good enough, right?
Yeah.
As
Alright.
good as me.
So you work out, like people kind of talk around it when you ask, but you work out that she was definitely chased, and some of these people seem pretty angry with her. They don't want to tell you because they
Oh.
realize that you're asking for her. And you you managed to track her to where she disappeared in the alleyway by
Hmm.
asking around, and after that the trail goes cold.
Yeah, like sword stabs in the wall. Ah, that sounds like it looks like Blair was here.
Yeah, exactly.
Blair droppings, basically. They're hot. She was here recently.
I mean, not really.
Nah, yeah.
But yeah, like the other thing, of course, when you went outside and started looking around, you would have seen that like there are those like guards in the red armor posted around the street, like keeping people away.
Is that from the merchant?
Yeah, the ones she came with.
Yeah. Indigo, how would you suppose we could find her? Is Hilda with us, actually?
Has Mons not returned?
No.
Was that way? Yeah.
Yeah, is Hilda with us?
Is Hilda with
Yeah.
us?
Yes.
Hilda, could you locate Blair, one of your rituals? Possible. Is that something you can do?
Yes. I need a mirror.
All right.
I spit on Ironstar.
Like, I turn around and like the back of my helmet spit on it,
Yeah.
and, like
Yeah, polish it up. So
polish
it's
it
nice
up
and
really
shiny.
I guess that will do.
good.
And it's like asks in the Master Indigo to like get some leverage to get like a little higher up, and she places like a candle on each of his shoulders, and then like writes some stuff with like some fat on the on like the silver part, and then she like takes her implement and she chants some like a short melody, and the and the part of his helmet goes like it creates like a little shadowy circle that shows like well, it's supposed to show like where Blair is, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like you have the top of like like the district, and then kind of zooms into Blair.
Yeah, and when you do that, let's see here, the picture, like you start out and you see like a pretty large section of Ashtown, like from a bird's eye view, and then as it zooms down, the image kind of gets blurry, like you like an old television with the antenna like set up poorly, and it flickers and like you can see like an image of like one street, and then like it kind of like twists and it's an image of another street, and like it's also like something is wrong with what you see. Like all of the buildings have this like they like look like they're like made out of wax, or like they're kind of like melting, and the people are all like hollow cheeked and hollow eyed, and kind of shuffling around, and it's this like weird horror filter that someone put over the whole thing, and you see like a figure walking by with a light behind them, like the halo, like Blair's halo, and it's like, oh,
Yeah.
that's her, but you can't like make out where's this supposed to be. Like you can get a sense of a
Yeah.
direction, basically.
Mhm.
And also what you notice is that next to Blair, there's nothing. There's a hole where there, like it's a conspicuous absence next to her.
Do I get to see this as well? Or is this only in Hilda Vision?
I suppose you would see it too. It's like in the mirror on the
Yeah.
back of Ironstar's head.
Yeah. Hilda, you've
But
been
I
Blair
have
friend for a while.
eyes in my neck, so I can...
Hilda, you've known Blair for a while.
Uh-huh.
Has she ever gone to Waxtown? Does she have any? Is she friends with any holes?
Well, I have. It is quite an enigma. I wonder who the hole is.
I imagine
What?
you've cast a similar spell before to find Blair.
Yeah.
At some point in the years you've known her, and like it's worked perfectly fine then.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like,
But do you see a direction where you can walk?
I think I have the general gist of sort of where she is, but there's something here that doesn't want to be seen, or it doesn't show up.
Is she in danger?
Blair's always in danger.
Yeah, you get like I don't, and then you get like silence, and then Master you go like, "Show me." Yep, pretty much.
Blair,
Yeah.
in what danger do we find you?
I'm in danger?
Yes.
Why am I in danger?
You're always in danger.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing to be in danger. I'm being chased by a crowd of people
Okay. Why?
More songs.
because they want their sad song and I'm
Yeah.
not giving it to them.
Mm-hmm.
So,
So-
instead of giving you money, they're just like, okay, then fucking kill you and take the song. And shit.
Mm-hmm. So Madra's running next to you and she says, "And why was this a good plan again?"
Oh, I don't know because I thought you could sing.
I
Not
can't
something
sing.
a funeral dirge.
You didn't say what song. It's the song I know.
She's got you there, Blair.
How did you become a queen?
Well, the usual way.
It wasn't fucking Pop Idol. She didn't sing for the role.
I mean, I thought nobles were taught to sing.
And she say, "Yes, it's a very important
It's
song."
one
Funeral dirges only.
It's a very
God, your
important
fucking
song.
Pop Idol in your fucking world must be the depressing thing you've seen.
And she says, "Well, as Queen of Camarol, I'm also the High Priestess. It's a very important ritual."
Why do you get both the roles? Do you just not have the ability to offload that to someone else?
Because it's a divinely appointed position.
You can divinely appoint someone else.
Finally employed this motherfucker.
Anyway, hop on my back. I'm gonna get us out of here.
All right. She grabs onto your back.
Sacrilegious.
Blaspheme.
I'm gonna, with Queen Mother on my back, I'm gonna, like, run. So I'm gonna start running, like, as fast as I can now that I've got
Yeah.
Queen Madra on my back so that she doesn't, like, slow
Mhm.
down behind me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna try and outrun these folks just to, like, sheer force.
Yeah. So
Useless fucking queen.
yeah, I suppose roll to overcome using reflex.
Name a not useless queen.
You're carrying a queen on
Fucking
your
A.
back, so roll it broken.
Alright. So, is body or reflex?
Reflex. It's speed.
9.
9. Okay. Yeah, so you just fucking book it. And yeah, Madra on your back is like, where are your friends anyway?
I mean, sadly I didn't implant a GPS.
A what? So we noticed, by the way, that
Magic.
both of you are like holding like a bowl of rice and chopsticks.
Wait, where did I get these?
Well, you turn a corner and another crowd comes running out and they go, "There's the thieves!" They're all like chefs. They're all in like
Thieves,
aprons.
did we steal something?
Yes, you stole food.
No, I bought food! What is this? This isn't my...
I mean, just keep your money. This is good.
Yeah.
I need free fucking money.
Yeah, I mean,
No, okay.
you
So
paid them,
hey,
right?
what happened was that you were buying food and then a crowd came running after you and you ran.
I chuck like one wealth at the people who call me thief.
Yeah.
And I say, there we go, that's paying for the food, bye.
It's fast food.
Yeah.
I'm
Half
gonna
of them
run down another, like,
Half of them
Ow.
stop picking up the money, and the other half like trip over the first half.
I throw them the other wealth and I say, there you go, there's for the other food.
The other food.
Why is it whenever I work hard to actually get money, it's ruined because of complete nonsensical circumstances? I just want money.
I mean, to be
Because you're
fair,
playing Blair.
To be fair, one of the nonsensical circumstances was your own doing.
What? Trying to like make money and this lady holding on a fucking funeral
No,
dirge?
you started stabbing everyone.
I didn't stab anyone.
Let's
No
get
one
some
got
money by fighting
stabbed.
someone. Oh, it's
No,
Satan.
I was juggling swords. That's not stabbing. I'm completely innocent.
So yeah, you run down another side street, and you find yourself in another dead end, actually. But there's a like a fancy doorway with like a sign. There's a drinking establishment here, like a club, and
I go in.
you recognize it. You've been here before.
I've been here before. Nice.
Mhm.
I go in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you go in. So this was a place that you visited when you like had very recently arrived in Throne.
Yeah.
And you visited here with a friend. Who was that friend?
John Goodman.
Oh, you visited with Goodman. So you walk in and you see like several people wearing the Vigilantes Guild's outfit.
God damn it.
It's just going to places. Usually it's purely for. So it's the Vigilantes Guild.
You know someone here. Okay, I take the one who turned out to make me the mortal enemy of someone. Okay, your mortal enemies are here. How could this happen?
I came here with John Goodman because John likes to drink. I didn't know that all his
Yeah.
buddies.
No,
drank as
they're
well.
drinking. They're drinking and laughing. They seem to be having a good time. Madra looks at them and like grabs your sleeve and it's like, are those the same people that?
Yes, but don't worry, I have a plan. And Blair's just gonna run to the establishment. Is there like a door on the other end?
I mean, there's several
You're
doors.
gonna run right into the kitchen.
Blair's gonna
Trap
shout.
yourself.
There's people outside trying to start a big ruckus in a fight as I run through into like the door in the back.
All right. You run into another room. It's full of tables. There's people sitting at the tables, like eating. There seems to be some kind of restaurant.
I keep running through. Is there another
Alright.
door?
Yes.
I just run through the door at the back.
You run through that door. You find yourself in what looks like a kind of a casino floor. Like there's people playing cards and rolling dice.
Okay, I just keep running through. Like I run to
Alright.
like the exit of this place.
All right. You find yourself in the next room. You're back in the first room.
What is this place?
You remember that Goodman told you that this was a very particular place.
What did Goodman say about it exactly?
Well, what did he say? Do you remember?
Goodman said that the only way to actually get out of this place is to keep turning right. And
Yeah.
it takes an hour to properly get out.
You were about to say a day.
So Blair's gonna just start running like through every right door.
All right.
Like all doors on our right.
Madra's running after. She's like, "What are we doing
No,
here?
I've got
Why
my
are we
door on my
running?"
back.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Quick Iron Star. Quick Iron Star. Grab Indigo and Hilda and use your move where you get to yoink a nerd.
Oh,
You need to know about the crime.
It's Blair. She's a walking crime.
I've done nothing wrong. I've
You
committed
blew up
no
a house.
you're literally
Yeah,
disturbing the
in
peace right now.
self-defense.
Blew up a house.
So Blair,
Yes, I'm running right.
yeah. When you run through the door, like for the 7th time, you run right into a very large devil.
Oh,
Is it the
red?
red devil that's ass I kicked?
It is not, no.
okay.
You do recognize the devil from the first time you were here. They're like one of the regulars. You remember
Right.
Goodman pointing them out and saying they were a real fearsome type and you shouldn't bother them.
Okay.
In what
Bump
way
into
did you?
them.
In what way did you bother them the first time?
I accidentally spilled a drink on their lap when I was
mhm.
a bit too tipsy.
So, this big green devil, skull face, green skin,
Oh god, aren't they the really bad ones?
looks down at you, big skull grin on their face, and says, "Wait a second. I remember you."
You. I remember you.
Yeah.
I've seen you.
Yeah.
Let me look at your face.
You. Shh! I hear the guards coming. I'm sure they'll let us go.
What?
He's losing his shit.
So, yeah, they look down at you. You can see that they kind of stretch their wings, roll their shoulders, and they look down at you and they say, "I remember you. Weren't you
Yeah, I
here
remember
a
you too.
couple of years ago? I remember Goodman talking about you afterwards. Swords? Yes? You're a swordsman. Swordswoman.
Yeah, I use swords, I stab things.
Oh! They put a big, like, Avuncular armor on your shoulder.
Here's my card.
It says,
I had
"Why don't you come and have a drink with me?"
Look,
Madara says, "Who's
Good.
this?"
I don't know. Good friend, look, I would love to. Like, I would genuinely love to. And honestly, name's Blair, right? If you want to have a drink with me anytime later, I will have a drink with you. I will do whatever. So, but I need to get out of here. Like, I have a meeting. It's very important. Like, friends and stuff. It's a whole sword stabbing kind of meeting.
The devil crosses their arms, and when they do, you notice like it frames their like the front of their like dress shirt that they're wearing, so that you see like they have a badge on the like left breast where you see the insignia of the establishment, and they say, "Now, leaving without ordering a drink is very rude."
I know. Like, I would love to order a drink, but I got chased by a bunch of people who wanted my money, so I kind of had to give them all of it. And look, I will honestly come back here as soon as I have money and drink till my kidneys give way and my liver fails.
I'm very sad to hear that.
So am I.
Truly, very sad. It was so nice to see you again. But I'm afraid that I just simply cannot let you leave without ordering something to drink. Or eat, that's fine too.
I don't have any money. Madra, do you have any money?
She looks at you and she's like,
Didn't you have one wealth?
Yeah, you've got one money.
No, because I threw it both.
No,
in the-
Yeah.
because you had two money.
yeah, and he threw it both. Or
Yeah,
she
because
threw
the
it both.
people wouldn't leave me alone.
Oh, I thought you only threw one money.
Yeah, and then threw another.
It threw another.
Damn.
That's right. I thought you had three.
Nope, I've got none. I'm just gonna say, look, right, I just need to get out of here.
No, this is when you say that you've got friends who will pay when they could show up.
No, because I don't have friends. You barely count because you beat me up. You just say nasty things.
I have never beat you up.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
Hilda's
could
never beat you up.
She's emotionally beat me up.
I never said a bad word about you
That's a fucking lie.
directly.
She's never said a bad word about you.
Blair's just gonna say, look, I really need to run. I have friends who will buy drinks. I will make sure they come this way. And honestly, I will be back tomorrow to drink.
The armor on your shoulder,
promise.
like you feel claws sticking into your shoulder? And they say, "I insist."
I don't. Just gonna like try to like weasel out of his grasp and just go for the right door.
Alright, just like run.
Well,
like you're
Why
just
am I
like...
being tortured?
Well, so I guess...
Why
I
don't
guess...
you just fucking sit down and have a...
Yeah, just sit down, have a drink.
I don't have money.
You don't have to pay right away.
Yes, I do, or also break my legs, and I've already had that.
No, remember what happened last time
Why
we
don't
did
you
this?
just
You
explain that
turned
you
out to
don't
be the
have
best
money?
dishwasher in the world. Just
Why
wash
don't you just
dishes.
challenging it to a drinking game and the loser pays?
Yeah.
No,
And then
because what was if I fucking botch that?
Then you'll have to wash dishes for a long time.
Then you
Not
kill him.
washing any more dishes. I have to leave.
I don't know. I mean, this guy seems nice.
Also, you can just cheat. Like
Yeah,
you
you
do.
can just cheat. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I just have to go. And I promise you that I'll come back. I pinky promise. Humans don't break pinky promises.
Roll to bend will.
To what, sir?
Bend will.
Yeah, you have leverage now that you have the pinky promise.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's heat.
Yeah.
Yes!
Look at that. Well, he says, I'm sad. I'm sad to see you leave. But I suppose a promise is a promise.
You've got to come back and drink
Promise
now.
I'll fucking break.
No, you've got to come back and drink
Oh
now.
shit, is he gonna do the devil's kiss promise?
Yeah. You're drangled now.
Yes.
Yeah. You have to do it now. Otherwise you fuck. Don't make a deal with the devil, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I did make a deal with him, I pinky promised.
Yeah. Oh, that's the same thing.
Well, I mean, the devil's kiss is when you make a deal for magical power, so it wouldn't count for this.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. No, but, I mean, you would know that devils take broken promises very seriously indeed.
I don't care about devils, I killed a red one. I just continue running right after he lets me
Right.
run.
And he's, remember, you promised.
I'll remember.
And Nadra on your back's like, what the hell was that all about?
I genuinely don't know. I
You know
don't
that? You know
one-
that thing?
Not really. I spilled beer
Oh, what
on
was
his lap
it?
once. It's a green devil. Apparently they're really super bad. Like, fuck you up till, like, fuck is no longer uppable. Kind of fuck up.
I don't think I've heard that expression before.
Yeah, don't worry. It's,
Can
uh,
Wanda teleport again yet?
She said it would take like a couple of weeks.
Oh, fucking hell.
Shush!
But to be fair,
No,
you
what-
age like 10 times faster in the presence of Lara.
Yeah.
Do you ask her?
Yeah, I'll just ask her, like, can you do another teleportation?
As well, it takes a while, and besides, I can't decide where I end up.
Oh, that's even more useless.
What use is that?
Escaping?
Yeah, but what was if you escape directly into the enemy territory?
Well, I've been in a situation where I'm pretty definitely going to escape to something that's less bad than what I'm escaping from a lot of the time.
Oh
Can we
wait,
do
is
it
that
now?
the cut through the nothing?
Yeah. I mean, you've seen this
Oh,
lady,
shit.
you've seen this lady before, and she could, like, what's the name of it?
Cut the universe.
Yeah, like she seemed to be performing the art of cutting. Yes.
I don't
need
know
to
if
teach
that's
me.
big, important.
It's very good and very big.
It's extremely rare and coveted by the rulers of the universe.
Mm-hmm.
That means
Yeah. Now it sounds based on this description, right? That, I mean, if Hilda heard it, she would know that sounds like a kind of like a nerfed version of it, because you're supposed
Yeah.
to be able to decide where you go. But
Yeah.
yeah.
lady, are you able to do it now even if you need 5 minutes? We need to get out of here.
Shakes her head and she says, "No, I can't. You saw me use it the last time, and it takes a while."
Useless.
I know what I want to do.
Right,
Okay.
okay.
What do you want to do?
I want to go up to a vigilante guild guy.
Yeah.
Because Flavia said she knows people. Where'd they go?
Mhm. You don't just looking around. You don't see any of them.
Ugh.
So what would Indigo do to find one of them? How would you go about
Tell
that?
Iron Star to yell for a vigilante man.
I mean, okay. We'll go looking for a vigilante man here.
Mm-hmm.
Simply.
All right.
What you want?
Just yell and make them come to you.
I think. Let's see here. Iron Star. Just looking around, you can tell. I think some of the people in the crowd who look like just like regular, like regular background people, very intentionally so, seem to be doing it very intentionally.
Oh, yeah.
I think as the law, you would be able to pick like the vigilante guild members out
Yeah.
of the crowd.
I'll grab one of them, I guess.
Yeah. Like, what are you doing, lawman? I've done nothing wrong.
Oh, have you now?
Let me go. You have no right.
Eyes narrow. I'm not apprehending you yet, depending on your answers. We're looking for a girl about ye high.
Yeah, really big.
I like that. That's the established phrasing. That it's always that.
Yeah.
And it's like,
She's got hide pink as a pig.
I don't know anything about that.
She's made of flesh.
And he
Mortal.
looks down at his own arm and he's like, you'll have to narrow it down like by a lot.
What was her friend's name?
Madra?
No, she's not her friend.
Oh yeah, the Goodman?
Timothy Goodman?
Yeah, the good man.
Oh. Looks up at
He
you.
was friends with the good man.
He looks up at you and it's like, the man that you abandoned to his death.
I am not. He died.
Abandoned. You make it sound so hard.
Yeah, you make it sound like we were with him.
And he nods and he says, yes, the good man is dead.
Ah,
The
is
good
known.
Man is dead.
No good man yet lives.
All it takes
Yeah.
for evil to flourish is for a good man to die.
who killed him and why?
And he says,
Do we really need an answer to that? Because
Yes, I
think
do,
can
because
make,
The
Yeah.
law says that you're supposed to be banished, not killed.
and he says, he was slain in the Palace of Night.
Yep.
But he was guilty. He wasn't innocent.
Yeah, he was guilty, but it is punishable by banishment, not killing.
And you only knew
Alright.
he was guilty of something. You don't know what he
Yeah.
was guilty of.
I asked him if he was guilty according to old law, and so he has
Yes.
to be guilty of one of the things. Either killing an
Yeah, but
innocent.
we all know
Yes,
exactly
I
how
think-
you work, too.
Yeah,
Literally everyone.
Which means he could have killed like 500 babies, and as long as it wasn't technically trespassing, it would have been okay.
no, babies.
No, yeah, killing
Yeah,
of
it's
innocent is forbidden.
Yeah,
Evil babies.
Yeah, evil baby's fine then.
evil babies are fine.
Yeah.
so
Like,
Like,
but yeah,
if you travel back in time and kill Hitler, then yeah.
so
It's
about
fine.
that,
but you would still banish him for trespassing in his home.
yeah,
Yeah.
like he
Yeah.
trespassed the temporal shift.
But
He-
because
he-
of-
Okay, so Iron Star, important question from the chat. What happens if you judge someone incorrectly?
Literally
I don't.
impossible.
Yeah, I think that's the answer, right? It's literally impossible. Because if you did the judgment,
Yeah.
it's correct.
Yeah.
I mean, I could just like judge him like, yeah, the act of being alive is punishable by death. Like,
Yeah, Thorn Knight.
yeah.
But yes,
I mean, if Blair drives me further, that will fucking happen to me.
yeah.
I am at the edge. I am so
I've done
fucking
nothing.
annoyed.
Ah.
But I'll be like, what are they then guilty of? They're guilty of either killing.
Because I know one truth, that Blair is like the key to purifying throne. But the way this works is like, okay, so she just keeps murdering people. So I guess the way to purify throne is like murdering everyone.
We don't need Blair disturbing the peace too. But yeah, the three rules are killing of innocents is forbidden, disturbing the peace is punishable by banishment, and trespassing on the Red City is strictly forbidden.
Yeah,
They're the three things that he cares about people being guilty of.
yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll be like, yeah, that one, the one who abandoned her friend.
And, I don't know nothing about nothing.
That sounds like a lie.
I have need of the Blair.
The Blair.
All right. So what do you do to get this guy to talk to you?
I'll wield the law on him.
All right. So what do you say?
I say, tell me, bring me to the Blair.
The Blair. All right.
Yeah.
Roll the thing, I suppose.
Is it heat or is it
Yeah, it's
actually?
It's heat.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's heat.
no, yeah, it's prize secrets.
Yeah. So particularly.
Oh, no, yeah, no, yeah. Will the old law is plus heat. Will the old law is.
Yeah. Alright. But I have the thing now that he has to do what I say actually, but he can attack me afterwards if he wants.
Yeah.
5.
No, and he goes up yours, Copper.
Okay, I'll break his neck.
No, don't kill him. Break his arm.
No. I'll show him my fucking emblem.
Suppressing
Then.
me.
I'll chop off his fucking arm if he's not careful.
I'll brick. How dare you? I am a representative of the Guardians of Het.
And he says, well, Guardians of Het, more like Guardians of not doing anything. He, as a member of the Vigilantes Guild, is like specifically a person who wouldn't consider himself under your jurisdiction.
Yeah. He's like, oh, I'm a sovereign citizen. Okay, I'm gonna chop off his
Yeah.
hand.
Okay.
Are you chopping off his hand?
Yeah.
But I'm holding on to it.
No, you can just be holding on to his arm. Well, you're only holding one of his.
Yeah, but I mean, what I'm telling you is if you chop off that, then I'm not gonna be just holding
No,
his
I'm
hand.
gonna chop off the one you're not holding.
Okay. I guess you chop off his arm or his hand.
Yeah, chop off his hand at the wrist.
Okay, he
Yeah,
starts
he-
screaming very loudly.
Yeah.
A crowd
Yeah,
starts
and then-
gathering.
Yeah, and then I fold it up so it's pointing,
Okay.
so it's just one finger sticking out,
Okay.
and then I go this way and point
He-
with it.
I mean, he screams. Like in
This
pain.
way?
I mean, he's still
What the
screaming.
fuck am I watching?
This way?
way?
Is he still screaming?
Yeah, about the same. Like he's screaming about the
Master
same.
Indigo, this was most inappropriate.
What is
almost
happening?
everyone.
Lawman, I believe this man, with his yelling, is disturbing the peace of this nice place.
Well, I mean, you're not
I
wrong.
think I know who's disturbing the peace there.
What is happening?
Yes, the big screaming man!
What is going on?
Yeah, what happened? Like, how did this happen?
He's screaming now, and he's disturbing the peace!
What? No. You are disturbing the peace.
What?
Yeah,
I'm not screaming!
You're the cause.
Someone, like one of the onlookers, just like throws up.
I'm like, what? I didn't make him scream!
What? You didn't cut off his hand?
I cut off his hand, that's not making him scream.
Oh,
Is there like is there a first aid skill in this game? I don't think so.
I mean, it would just be an overcome roll, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna try to help this guy because.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
What? He's not being helpful!
Yeah, but he's
It was-
got less helpful now that he's armless.
No, he's still got one
You
hand!
disarmed him.
He's still got one hand!
Plus mine, I suppose, because it would be knowledge, like knowledge of.
I'll just
like
put his
first
hand
aid.
back on, I can do it.
Do you think he will accept help from the guy we just literally cut him in pieces?
Why did
I
you
mean-
cut his hand off? That's a
Yeah,
Blair.
this is black. And then you fucking fix him. It's super good. What
Yeah,
is
now
this
his
shit?
hand's pointing. Because I put his hand in the point, remember?
Okay, so
what is happening? What is happening?
And I'll say, next time I'll put it back on. Alright, now tell us where she went.
I mean, look, this guy is like basically passed out from like pain and shock. He's not in a big enough condition to tell you anything.
Let's find another vigilante guy then.
What, you got cut off hands of more
Oh
people?
my God.
Yeah, come on, let's go. I got leverage.
Wow, yeah, I guess you do, but I mean, is it the kind of leverage you want?
Fucking guy's hand, I'll cut off yours too. Tell me where the player is.
Why does it always end this way?
Indigo,
Why
roll.
is it even here?
I thought I could talk to someone, but no.
See,
Roll
when
the
you think
pen-
about it,
roll the
Blair
pen
doesn't
wheel.
seem that bad.
Roll plus
Yeah, I'll roll,
heat.
I'll
When
roll,
Blair isn't here, someone else just takes her place.
I'll roll a bend wheel.
It's just you and me, Hilda. We're the serious ones.
No, they don't believe me.
Of course they don't believe you. Fucking murdered some guy.
No, I didn't. I chopped off his hand and then put it back on.
Like, here's the thing. Like, you did first aid, so yeah, you like wrapped it up. It'll heal in like a couple of freaking months. Like, he's not gonna die of
Yeah.
blood loss. Like, you
Yeah.
probably used some magical, like, magic medicine or whatever, so like the hand is actually gonna like reattach. But I mean, it's not a healing spell. It's not cure light
Yeah.
wounds.
Yeah, no, that's fine. So, to the guy who now doesn't believe me,
I mean, a 12 is a solid roll, so like, but
Well, I mean, the
You.
12 was to heal him, yeah. So like, he's gonna live. But the 2, yeah. So that the crowd just stares at you, like they just like, what the fuck? No one says
Iron
anything.
Star, get another vigilante guy.
I have to do this thing again. I don't like it, but enough!
Can't believe
Everyone
there's
step back!
all these people
There's
disturbing
nothing
the
to
peace
see
around
here.
here.
This man is okay. I don't know, for an unfortunate accident.
Oh god. Oh, I'm in
What
pain.
the-
I'm in.
What's
You actually caused
happening?
me physical
Like,
pain.
why did this happen?
What? I didn't want this to be my quote, but it happened. Like, it has been my quote. That is the thing I do. I yell enough and get mad.
I chopped his hand off with a karate chop as well, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh wow! Thanks.
Yeah.
Good
So you know
job,
I'm
Inigo.
fucking
Wow.
cool.
Yeah, you're so rad.
Well, he wasn't going to tell us. Maybe the next one will.
The crowd. Okay, you yell enough, and the crowd just like recoils and starts like running away,
Yeah.
basically. Some people remain though. And I mean, in the,
Uh-oh.
like Aaron Star, you would realize that these are like a lot of the Vigilante Guild members left,
Yeah.
right? A couple of them rush forward towards the guy and like starts to like lift him up and take him
Yeah.
away. And also among the people still there, like looking pretty grim and disapproving, is Flavia.
Finally!
Oh, there she is.
There's the lady I wanted to see!
And
I go up to her.
And she looks at you with like you've seen looks of disgust. You know what? She looks at you like you were one of the meals that your students cook on their first day.
Oh, that's very rude. Now I'm unhappy too.
You are unhappy. I know one person who's very
This
unhappy.
is shit. Don't you even know how to cook an egg?
You donkey!
Yeah, exactly. Now I'm very cross. But no, I'll go up to Flavia and be like, okay, hello, you're who I wanted to speak to anyway.
Wow.
And she just looks over to Iron Star and she says, "You deal with these people?"
Pet, forgive me.
He doesn't
I-
deal with us at all.
Deal in a very loose sense of the word.
I put up with them. I
Yeah, he
suppose.
hasn't dealt with us. I'm still a problem at large. Anyway,
She looks at you, Indigo, and she says, "You've done us a great favor in dealing with the Rust Queen, which is the only reason that I'm not going to slay you where you stand."
well, I think there's more reasons than just that.
Did she just dunk on you? Does that mean that you can just literally?
No, because it's only when it's not through action, like my own action.
Oh, but this is your own action.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, like
You
I did. This.
totally fucking brought this on yourself.
Yeah, exactly. So I can't.
Oh, it's not by your. It has to be not by your own.
Yeah, it has to be not by my hand.
Oh yeah.
Oh, really?
And I'm like, yes, yeah, that's whatever. Fine, we're looking for the Blair. And you know where people go. You said you have many eyes and ears and long arms.
Yes, I know where Blair is. It would seem that some other members of my guild who had not yet received word of the favor that your friend had assisted in doing for us got a bit enthusiastic.
Okay.
However, your friend seems to have escaped on her own accord, and we have.
So
lost
it
track
sounds
of
like
her.
currently you owe me.
What?
I cut off that guy's hand, but I returned it. You stole my friend and haven't returned her.
Did
By
the
that
hand
logic,
escape?
he's really not wrong.
Yeah.
That's a questionable assessment, but I can see your point.
Flavia, please.
I'm just stating facts.
For any help you can offer would be appreciated, and of course I will return the favor in time.
She nods and she
The
says,
quicker you help us, the quicker we'll go away.
yes. Well, instead of leaving it, let's discuss recompense now. You've dealt with one problem, but also it seems you have brought another. She makes a face and she says, "The merchant, Unduli. Why
Yes.
why did you deal with her?"
It was
Money?
To save people's lives and also the money.
Money?
yeah, she offered the reagents we needed.
We were in a
Money?
tight spot. There was a mob. It was a mob. It wasn't a crowd. It was a mob.
Ka-ching.
Yes, the people were present. You would not had to have dealt with scum like her. She looks at you, Indigo, and she says, "I would have thought that you, if anyone, would have refused to deal with her."
Oh, what's she done?
I do not know of her specifically. Can you tell me more?
She says,
Why?
"Well, she herself is unimportant. It is her master that I am concerned with. She is
Is this that Potter's Guild nonsense?
She nods. Yes, she is a creature of Victricious song.
Oh.
And she looks over. You can see like a troop of the guards in the clay armor at the edge of the street, and she says, "And you have given her Claiborne Brotherhood free reign. I thought would have helped to free the district, but it seems you have simply replaced one iron boot for another."
That's not what we did at all.
Whatever.
That's not we. That's unrelated to us.
Well, I mean, we will deal with this problem for you in whatever way you seem fit, but we really need to find Blair before there's an incident.
I believe, from what I know of the girl, that is a reasonable fear. Very well, I'll tell you where we last saw her. What was the name of the street? Like Gibraltar Square or something?
Yeah, it was
Gibraltar Square, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. It's just like I believe she was last seen in Gibraltar Square.
Thank you.
Is that far from here?
Yeah, it's like good half a day's like travel on foot.
I'll have you know that I do not travel with her to protect her. I protect everyone else from her.
She looks off, and you can like into the distance where the man who got his hand cut off were carried. It's like I see that it is working well.
I put my hands on my hips and stand proudly and go, "I'm her teacher."
Oh god, yeah.
Not
That
associated
explains a
with him.
lot.
He's very competent, it appears. The traits are very similar.
I'm a trainer at killing stuff. Don't worry, I'm working on it.
Yes. Very well. Just leave, please. Find your pet and put her back in her cage.
Are we even then? If we get her back, because you still owe us. I feel, but if you help get her back, then and maybe we'll be even.
She like digs around in like a pocket on the inside of her coat, and she takes out like it's a little emblem.
It's an emblem?
Yeah, I don't know if I ever established. I don't think I know if there's like a Vigilantes Guild have an actual symbol. So I think it's just like it's blue and there's like a white triangle on it. And she hands it to Iron Star, and she says, "If you show this to members of the guild, they'll point you in the direction of your pet if they've seen her.
Ah, thank you.
If you abuse the authority that conveys, that will get back to me. So please just save us both the trouble, and don't."
Of course, I would never do such a thing. That would be trespassing on your authority.
But we understand each other. Now then. Seems that I have another infection of would-be tyrants to root out, so I'll get back to work.
She did such a good job the first time.
Yeah, she hired us to do it. That worked out. We did it.
Oh, my head.
Go.
I beat a
Like-
man up.
I have like an immortal headache. So it's,
In real life?
no,
No.
well, actually, it's starting to get there.
I don't understand. We're
The,
even.
the method acting is real. I get mad for like in real life too.
I'm mostly just dying from laughing too much. Like, I'm in pain.
Mine's
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. God.
She's got the big bulgy vein.
Yeah, like on top of the armor. The armor.
Yeah.
gets it.
Really, that's how bulgy it is.
Yeah. Oh god. Yeah, let's just go, guys. I'm just gonna grab you two and like, yeah, let's try not to kill anyone or hurt anyone or like.
I didn't try to hurt him.
Well, I would
No,
never.
yeah,
You
no,
know
yeah, exactly.
me.
You didn't try. You just did it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't done
There
anything.
is no try. There is only do.
He gets it.
I don't know why I'm dragged into this. I haven't done anything.
Blair hasn't done anything. She gets chased by a
Whoa,
mob.
whoa, whoa.
She's stuck in a magical.
The only thing you do is do things.
Yeah, you're a thing doer.
God, it's almost as if I'm a being that exists.
You're a thing
Yeah.
doer.
Yeah.
Speaking of doing things,
Like,
Blair,
finally,
what do we find you doing? Having left the establishment that we didn't name.
You find Blair asking around to see if they've seen.
Have you
Hey,
seen
big-
an angel? Yay big.
Have you seen an angel? Huge as fuck, 3 eyes, shouts about the law, is really judgmental.
Very short
A
temper.
flaming skull with like an inferior version of my halo. And then like a gilded devil with one big eye.
My temper is almost infinite, actually, because if it was short, you guys would have been dead.
I don't know what I did. I haven't done anything wrong.
I mean, you have, but I don't know about it yet.
Exactly.
Okay, yeah. So Blair, I suppose roll to gather power.
So that's heat.
You do not have a good reputation in the area, so you don't get a +1.
It's a 6.
Yeah.
It's gonna be something.
So let's see here.
Isn't that-
Influential, mismatched, and possibly hostile local power. They ask you for one of the following. All right. Let me take a look here.
Is it the devil asking for a drink again?
No, he's in the little infinite time loop place.
Yeah, no, that place is not it.
A casino that you can't escape, that's like real dangerous.
Yeah, that's actually
Yeah.
real life.
So
I bet how that place really works is like we get most of the money from like having a policy of they only show you like teach you how to get out if you buy something.
What if you don't have any money when there's one thing there?
You should have fucking gone in there then.
yeah.
What if you're thirsty and you just need a glass of water?
So
Pay for it.
Yeah.
So Blair, you walk up to like random people and asking them around, and one of them like strikes up a friendly conversation and says, yes, I think I've heard something like that. Why don't can I? And then she looks at the two of you and like, hey, can I get the two of you something to eat, something to drink?
No, sorry. I'm genuinely in a rush. I've been forced to do so much right now. I'm really tired.
Why don't you just say?
Well,
broke?
just
You're broke.
sit down and rest for a moment, then we'll talk. I'm sure I've heard something about. It's a very distinctive group that you're describing.
I've heard this spiel before. Last time I got almost. I walked in a room of thugs.
Oh, nothing like that. I mean, like looks around and like, of course, like looks around the crowd and says, of course, Throne is a dangerous place. I understand. Being wary is only prudent. Why don't you pick the place? I'll buy something for you. You look tired.
No, look, you don't have to buy something for me. Believe me, it's fine. We ate food while we were running.
Well, such a pity then. I do prefer to talk over a drink. Something to eat.
Look, you can eat. I'm not in the mood. My friend's not in the mood.
That's fine. Come sit down. Take a breath.
Blair sits down, but she prepares to grab a sword out of her halo.
Yeah. So this person, Hilda.
Yeah.
You're not here, so obviously you don't see this person. But if you were, you would recognize them. As the Flavius Gilded Tree. Yasnagoth Griad's most fearsome assassin.
Oh.
What do they look like?
What do they look like? Let's see. It's an assassin. What did you say they were called?
Flavius Gilded Tree.
Flavius.
They're not human. They're some kind of servant race. That much I already
Yes.
know.
Yes, Flavius Gilded Tree. Yes, it's kind of servant tree. Yeah. So, like the servant kind of reminds one of like a praying mantis.
Okay.
So it's like it has sort of the same like shape of a human, but like from the shoulders you got the pincers from like a mantis.
Mm-hmm.
And the chitinous sort of scales, like they're mostly a dark color, but when they they're like a darker color, and that's sort of like the gilded part is because that's the sort of like it's a sort of a low. They would be, I would put it like this: they would be golden if you didn't like cover them with like soot to make them not glint.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And so they sit down and they take the little like pincers, whatever they call, like the little mantis claws, put them together, like lower their head and close their eyes and whisper something under their breath. And then gets to eating. Blair and you sit there. Madra kind of shifts nervously next to you.
Yeah, I've got Madra as like close to me as I possibly can. And
Yeah.
like I just say here, right, you just stay close to me. If this lady tries anything, I will put her through a wall.
Oh, pardon me. Oh, I was very hungry. My name is Orr. And tell me of these friends of yours. Flaming Skull, an angel and a devil, all associating?
Yeah. That's very much it. Flaming Skull, he cooks, something about separation.
Ah, yes, Indigo, the master of the School of Separation.
Yeah, Master Indigo.
That's me. That's me.
Ah,
He's a
And-
bit of a loser.
oh, do tell.
Oh, I've got. Don't make me spend the fucking PowerPoint on dunking you.
Yeah, you can because you're not here.
I fucking no. I can. I can. It doesn't say that I have to be there.
It's
No,
implied.
you just have to describe how misfortune.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be like you.
Yeah,
being
exactly.
that.
You do it. Yeah.
So
you-
you've got Indigo, and then there's Hilda, my best friend. She's really cool. She's golden. She's got one eye, black hair. She likes talk stuff about dark magic and whatever.
Ah.
She sometimes steals my blood in my sleep.
Yes.
She thinks I doesn't notice, but I'm just like, whatever.
That's so cool with it too. Like
Hilda, the sorceress. Yes,
Yeah.
I've heard of her.
She always complains about something.
I
You're
wonder
in my
why.
bath. I can't sleep.
Mhm.
Stop putting swords through my wall.
I
Stuff like
heard-
that.
I heard something about a cursed sword that you had been involved in.
There was like this Rust Queen lady. And we pretty much just kicked in her whole shit.
Oh, and what happened to her then?
I mean, we killed her. I don't know what happened to the sword. Hilda said she banished it. But sometimes I don't trust Hilda because, like, when she lies, her eye kind of goes a little bit squint. Just kind of let her pop off with it because whatever, I guess. It's not my
What?
business.
Whatever, I guess.
Did you say she
Not
takes?
important.
You say she takes your blood? Why would she do that?
I don't know. I think she uses it in rituals sometimes. She think it doesn't notice, but like, let's be real, I might not be the smartest one around, but I notice when someone takes a liter of blood.
That's like 1/8 of what you had.
Yeah. Is that why Blair's not very bright? Is that she's constantly just extremely anemic?
It takes all the blood.
That's why she
Oh, fucking
bleeds so
hell.
much.
Yeah.
Well, and like at first you get this like, oh, Blair actually kind of notices more than what she lets on to. She might not just be as dumb, and then you realize that when Hilda takes blood, it's like a liter of blood.
Yeah.
It's not hard to like. It's really hard to not notice for someone like, yeah, I'm just gonna drain some of this.
Also,
shit.
also,
Don't mind me.
I think I've noticed her do it sometimes. She picks up the toenails I take off. Like, you know, you pick off toenails. I think she's done that a couple of times.
Oh,
Fucking Blair's woken up screaming. With Hilda with just a pair of fucking pliers on her toes.
It's all a dream.
Yeah, shh, it's all a dream, darling. Shh.
Blair doesn't believe you at all.
but
And he's like, why did you call her your friend?
yeah, but no, he seems to think this is completely natural. Madra's looking at you like, what the fuck?
I don't look at you and I'm just like,
Your best friend takes a liter of blood every night.
it's just not every night. But like occasionally, like I mean, to be fair, it's like I stress her out a lot, and I'm kind of a freeloader. But I mean, I'm fine with it. To be honest.
It's an
She's my
abusive
friend, and I want to be
relationship.
supportive of the things she likes, even if that is taking blood.
It's a weird hobby.
It's one of them hobbies that people have. At least she's not like tying me up in bondage in my sleep.
No,
Could be worse.
I know it's rude to pry, but I can't help but be curious. Points a claw. What are they called actually? Does anyone know? Like the
A pincer? Is that
It's
what
like a stabby bit.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah.
stabby bit.
Let's see. I'm gonna.
The stabby bit, proboscis.
It's just
No, a proboscis is like the mouthpiece.
yeah. Like
I
they're
guess just
Let's
look
see what
up
they say.
praying mantis.
yeah.
Diagram.
Man, that's just a claw.
Yeah, I think like this is just forelegs or claws, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess they just point
That's-
a claw at me.
A slicing
Yeah,
of
yeah.
pin.
They point a claw at your halo, and it's like the. Well, okay. Here's the thing. In like me as the GM, is it a light? Is it a physical object? Like, what does it fucking look like?
It is literally just like this golden halo it's like
Okay.
It's-
A halo in
it's
mythology
two-dimensional.
can be depicted as like a light or a physical like disc.
It's like a physical disc. It's
Okay.
two-dimensional.
Yeah.
Like if you looked at it from the side, all you notice is like a line of light.
Okay. So it's like a flat circle. Time is like a flat.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. So the disc that
Yeah,
seems
well.
to be following you.
Yeah, it's mine. It's kind of like attached to me, emotionally, physically, mentally, whatever.
What is it? Kind of reaches a claw out to poke it.
Like it just like dings off it,
Yeah.
and
Bing.
Blue just says, probably best if you don't touch it." And Blue like reaches a hand back in
Yeah.
and pulls out a sword. It says, "It does this. It's like a glorified storage device."
Fascinating. Does it store anything?
1 second, I need to get someone shouting on me. We're back.
I think it's a leg, a foreleg.
Foreleg? Okay.
Yeah.
That's
Foreleg.
According to the biology, like the grasping things for
Yeah.
praying mantis, it's its forelegs.
Yeah, it's just the grasping
Okay.
foreleg.
Okay. Like
Yeah.
insect scientists, get your shit together and come up with better names for things. Is that's my
Rad mantis claw.
yeah radtis claw? Mantis.
Rad mantis claw.
Oh God, I've been dropping like 7% of the frames for this.
The Gravy Snapplers.
Yeah.
The raptorial foreleg.
Raptorial foreleg.
The raptorial foreleg.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know the femur itself is the proximal
I'm
segment,
back.
the grasping part of the leg?
He's back. Okay. Yeah. So Rantis claw. Yeah. Yeah, or like, does it store anything?
Only so far weapons and stuff.
They truly are the smallest mind in this group.
So
I see the similarities to Takehiko actually.
What?
So here's the thing. This guy is just gonna keep like making small talk and asking you a bunch of questions until you like ask him otherwise. How long would Blair let that go on? Like before she?
Probably about like, because Blair's really polite in conversation. She likes
Yeah,
small
sure.
talk.
Yeah.
People like she gets on with people when they just don't insult her
Mhm,
and
mhm.
have nice small talk.
Yeah.
So it goes on probably about like an hour
Mhm.
until Blair says, "Look, it's been wonderful to speak to you, and
Likewise.
honestly, I've had a blast. But I have to get back to my friends.
Yes. And I believe I
card.
I believe I promised you. Yes. If you head that way, any points? I believe a friend of mine told me something of being visited by Buster Indigo. He's interested in food items. He keeps track of such things.
It's true, he does.
Well, the friend, not Indigo. Like, and so
Yeah, that is true.
sometimes he tells me of visiting celebrities. You might find your friends if you travel in that direction. Look for the store with the crook, and I believe it's some kind of bowl or a cup. I never really. It's not a very good logo.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Oh,
And Blair
you're
leaves.
very welcome. So nice to speak to you.
So nice to speak to you too. Bye. And Blair walks off with Badger.
Yeah.
What a nice person.
Oh god.
Also, why did you keep staring at me with that horrified expression during most of that conversation?
These people are your friends.
No, only one of them's our friend. She wasn't paying attention, was she?
Look,
One of
think of
them's
it
our
this
teacher,
way.
one of them's our handler, and one of them's our friend.
you don't get to choose your friends, really. You're just kind of stuck with them from fate.
I had heard friends were nice to have.
Yeah, they're nice to have.
That
You don't need all that blood.
sounds horrible.
Iron Star occasionally breaks my legs.
Yeah,
But it's,
that's
for my,
wrong.
but it's for my own good.
To that she said, well, he's your teacher.
No, Indigo is my teacher.
Oh, no,
He's
right,
kind of
Indigo,
like-
yes.
Iron Star is more like my mentor. Indigo's my
I see.
teacher, even though I didn't ask to have a teacher.
Indigo sneezes because the first time she admitted that he's actually.
I'm tempted to spend a PowerPoint and have Blair bite her tongue.
Why? Because I'm praising you? Kind of. Not dunking on you, though.
As long as you don't make me sound bad.
I mean, you could make the argument that by like associating herself with you, she's making you sound bad.
Yeah, like that's the good one.
He's the one who always associates himself with me.
Yeah, but I mean, the rules don't have a clause for hypocrisy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
I'm
mean,
gonna fucking
he's
contact the
like the
maker of the
embodiment
game
of
and be
that
like,
also.
I'm gonna contact the maker of the game and be like, make an errata which says you can't hypocrite.
No, that's part of his learning. You have to separate yourself from the judgments of others, including your own.
So.
Such an asshole.
I
He's such
think
a dick.
we've been
Kind of
going
shit.
we've been going for about 4 hours at this point, so I think it's time to wrap up for the day.
Time to rest and train one last time.
No.
Yeah, Blair's gonna look for, like, ask people around if there's like an abandoned warehouse or something nearby.
Yeah, and that's where we leave Blair, looking around for somewhere to rest.
I'll do it in like a fucking alleyway if I have to.
Well, you don't have time. So time to make the end of session. Where is it? Where's the dang thing? Here it is. End of session. When you reach the end of a session, discard power dice. Now, question. Did we fail in some regard?
Yes.
Yes.
Did we expose ourselves to danger, cost, or retribution through our actions?
Yes.
But you mean that we did?
Did we progress our story in a meaningful way?
Yeah.
Debatable.
Yeah, that one's debatable.
I'd say yeah.
Okay.
I mean, if we show up, then yes. So technically, yes. You know.
Yeah. I mean, I think you did. Especially there was the whole bit with the merchants there that like happened. That was a
Yeah.
story that progressed at least.
We had consequences happen, so that's.
Yeah, that's kind of a story progressing.
Yeah,
at
but were
least.
they meaningful?
Yeah.
Did Blair advance her destiny?
No.
Not
Yeah.
really, no.
So in that case, everyone marks 3 experience.
We got 10 XP.
Yeah. Thank you all for playing. It's been a wild ride as usual.
Yeah.
No.
Maybe if we
How many
don't
experience
bicker
did we
for
get?
half the session, it's something done.
Yeah. But on the other hand, then we wouldn't have all of this fun bickering to listen to.
Yeah.
If we didn't bicker, we wouldn't have all the
I-
bickering.
I mean, it's kind of like what we do. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. Also, thanks for watching, and we'll be back next week probably. So
Yeah, let's do it again.
yeah. So I'll say goodbye to stream, and
Bye, stream.
Bye.
Bye, stream.
Bye.